I'm Adara Michaels.
And I'm Monica.
And today we're going on the Howard Stern show to see if this guy can actually figure out which one of us is a vegetarian by sniff alone.
Stupid broads. All right, my name's Dave Wolfe. I'm out here from San Diego. I'm one of the world's foremost promoters of a raw vegetarian diet. When you eat raw foods, raw fruits and vegetables, your senses get really heightened, and you can smell things that you normally couldn't smell and see things you couldn't see. So today, I'm going to be able to tell the difference between women who eat meat and those who don't by smell.
David Wolfe says that he can smell a woman and tell if she's a vegetarian. Let's meet David Wolfe.
David Wolfe, and why does he have this talent?
I don't know, but we will find out in a second. Here comes David Wolfe. He looks like a wolf.
Well, he's got a nice nose on him.
He has a nose like a wolf.
How you doing, Howard?
What are you wearing? Some kind of Indian necklace?
Actually, this is my fruit necklace.
That is a fruit necklace. Yeah. Well, you look like a fruit. Are you a fruit?
Oh. Well, I eat fruits and vegetables, raw foods.
Are you gay?
No.
You are not. You are a heterosexual.
Heterosexual.
Is he promoting vegetarianism or something?
Are you a vegetarian?
Yeah, I'm a raw food vegetarian.
And don't put me on. You're saying you can smell a woman and tell if she's a vegetarian. Why is that? How do you do that?
He claims that there's a smell that comes off a body of a person who eats meat.
Is that true?
Okay, if you think about it logically, if you eat something that's dead, like a dead animal,
right?
Meat,
yes.
Is the woman going to smell better or worse?
What do you have a book of some kind? What is your angle on all of this?
Yeah, I got a book out.
Oh, you do? I see. So you're going to be promoting a book?
Sure.
I see.
And did these raw foods make him so happy?
Okay. So,
yeah,
all right.
They do.
So you want to try this now? Is that what you want to do?
Oh, you better believe it,
I can bring in
Howard.
3 women
I'm
right
ready.
now. Let's see if he can do it. Now, when did you first realize you had this talent?
Probably about 5 years ago.
All right. And you're saying they don't need to go to the bathroom or anything like that. You can just smell them.
Smell the skin.
The aura.
Yeah.
And where do you smell? Do you smell their arm? Do you smell their buttocks? What do you smell?
Everything.
You do. You will actually sniff all over.
You better believe it.
What does he mean, aura?
You scary man.
Man, you are scary. I'm going to smell you and see if you're gay. And you've done this successfully before.
Oh, sure.
All right. Let's bring in 3 women, Gary. I don't care who we bring in. This is our vegetarian sniffer, David Wolfe. The first 3 women, we have Adara. Oh, Adara.
They certainly are available.
I know Adara.
Wow.
I've known her for a long time. I wish I knew her better. There's Monica and Serenity. All 3 women. All 3 beautiful women. Adara, we know you from Cleveland, right?
Right.
And you remember Adara, don't you, Robin?
No. Did your New Year's Eve special.
She did the New Year's Eve special. And remember when we once went over to see Adara do that dance, remember, with your friend?
Oh, that's before I became a real lesbian.
Is that right? And remember Adara got the breast implants?
Well, I see that.
Yeah, right. Very beautiful woman. Always liked her. Adara now is claiming that one of these women is a vegetarian.
Okay.
All right. And let me talk to the second woman here. This is Monica.
Yeah.
Monica, what are you? Are you an adult film star or something?
Yeah.
You are. What about you, Adara? Are you doing adult movies now?
I'm working on it.
Are you really? What do? You do like a club actor?
Waiting for Serenity. I don't know.
Are you in love with Serenity?
I'm sorry?
You like Serenity?
Yeah.
You would like to have sex with her?
Oh, of course.
And now you're a full-blown out lesbian?
Yeah.
You don't even go for guys anymore.
It was all your fault.
Really?
I did that New Year's Eve thing, and I don't know. I was instantly attracted to women.
Really? Is that true?
Yeah,
You
that's
never
true.
You really? And Serenity, what about you? Are you attracted to women?
Absolutely.
You are?
Absolutely.
And you two have never had sex together?
No, unfortunately, I keep trying to talk her into it.
You don't want to have sex with Serenity?
Oh, yeah, I do.
You do? Let's see you two kiss. Why don't you kiss right here for the first time?
Hey, Howard, do I get a date with
Shut up!
Why
don't you two kiss each other?
Yeah.
Go ahead for the first time.
Kiss?
What?
Kiss?
Let me see.
Okay.
Let's see if you're really lesbians. Oh, my God, they are. That is so sexy. God damn it, I got to get in on that.
They're not kissing you, Howard.
Oh, I wish they were.
Want you.
I wish they would kiss me.
It works every time.
And what about you, Monica? Are you a lesbian as well?
No.
You are not.
Oh.
You think the two of them are crazy? You love men.
I love men.
All right. So now what we're here to say is that one of these women is a vegetarian, a full vegetarian, and I am going to allow David Wolfe to smell them right now.
All right.
All right.
Well,
first woman you're going to. All right. That would be Adara. Very beautiful woman.
Oh, he's smelling right in the armpit.
He's smelling her armpits.
And
He's smelling her chest.
Between the chest.
How do we know this guy's just had some? He's smelling her crotch.
He's like a dog.
He's like a dog. All right.
All right.
Do you want to say something about Adara, or you want to hold your
We'll hold off to the
You'll
end.
hold off to the end. All right. Now go smell.
Perfume would throw him off.
Who knows? Who cares?
He's already thrown off.
I want to smell them to find out, too. Here is Monica. David is smelling her armpit.
How about you doing it, too, to see, and then finding out the result?
I'd be happy to. I'll smell them.
All right. I think you should do it next to see who's better at this. Maybe this guy's...
This guy could have just escaped from the mental hospital and just came in here to be checked.
Serenity here, huh?
All right, Serenity. Here goes David. David, smell Serenity. He smells her armpit. I wonder if I could detect a different smell.
Nose right in there.
He does?
Yeah.
I need to do that.
Does he have any credentials?
Who knows?
Big nose.
David, before you make a comment, may I smell the girls to see if I detect a difference in smell?
Go ahead.
Yeah, absolutely.
Oh,
And
thank
you tell us who you think the vegetarian is.
All right, girls, would you mind?
I would love for you to.
Oh, good. Okay. All right. Let's see. Hold
Got
on.
some portable headphones?
No, I don't, Robin, but it will not slow me down. Scott, the engineer, wishes he could smell. Oh, you can't. Hello?
I have portable headphones.
I have portable headphones. Yes, I do.
All right, I will smell Serenity first.
Okay,
Are you ready?
You're going the other way. Howard is now in the armpit. And now in the cleavage.
I have no idea how this guy could smell anything. They're all perfumed.
Well, wait a minute. Keep
What?
going.
I'm going. Don't worry.
There must be some hint. Oh! Now, I don't think that was necessary.
Yes, it was. All right.
You found a new thing to do to women.
All right, you ready? Wait a second.
Another armpit sniff.
Take a little bit
know where
longer
that
than
was.
you took.
Excuse me. All right, let me smell you.
And now you go to the last girl. Doing a full body sniff.
All right, I know which one eats. I know which one is the vegetarian.
All right, which one is it?
All right, should I let David make his prediction
No,
first?
I want you to make your prediction first.
All right, I'll make my prediction first. I don't care. I don't have to write anything down.
Okay.
The vegetarian would be Adara,
Really?
based on my nose sampling. Let's see what David has to say.
Howard, I'm going to have to disagree.
Who do you think it is?
I think it's the one in the middle here, Michelle.
No, that's Monica.
Monica.
Monica?
All right, let's find out who's right.
Who is
because I noticed that Monica and Serenity had the same smell under their arms, and Adara had a different smell. Not that any of it was
bad.
Not that it was bad.
Okay.
But there was a definite difference in odor.
So you say Adara, was it better? Was it, what was it?
It's not better or worse. It's different.
Was it pungent? Was it?
It was different.
Was it stronger? Was it
Different.
Okay.
Sexy?
All right. They're all sexy. Can't go wrong with any of these broads. These girls know how to have fun. All right. Which will the girl who is the vegetarian step forward now? Serenity.
All of you were wrong.
All wrong.
Well, it's one thing if I'm wrong, but David's supposed to be an expert. David, you're a loser.
I'll tell you what. They all eat some animal foods. If Serenity's not a vegan, she still eats some dairy
Well, you're
products.
not. You do
I'm
eat.
not a vegan.
You're not a vegan.
Vegetarian.
You're a
Yeah.
vegetarian. You don't eat meat or fish.
Right.
I see.
But you eat eggs and milk or something?
Right. I'm lactose and avo tolerant, or however you say that.
Lacto-ovo-vegetarian.
I am lacto-ovo-vegetarian.
Well, you
myself.
still didn't pick it out, David.
Yeah, David, you didn't pick it out. But you all smelled good, I'll tell you that. I'll give you one more shot. I got 3 different women.
All right.
All right. Hey, girls, did you want to each plug something? Where are you going to be, Adara?
Yeah, I'm going to be at Sam Goody today on East 42nd.
Well,
What,
I'll be
just
there,
buying
too.
records?
What, are you going to buy records and everyone to go visit you?
No, I did the Jerry Springer I Refuse to Wear Clothes video, so that's what I'm promoting today. Video signing.
All right. Well, you didn't do. Did you have sex with Jerry?
No, I did not.
Did he try to?
No, he didn't.
He didn't hit on you at
My
all?
little charm too. I got a special
my.
charm for him.
Oh, look at that! You have something hanging off your private parts. A little piece of jewelry. That's very attractive. All right, Monica.
for
What about
sharing.
you? Where are you going to be appearing?
Well, we're going to turn out or give out stickers today. Perfect 10 and promote the magazine.
Perfect 10 magazine. You're going to be giving out stickers.
Yes.
Where is she giving out stickers?
I don't know. She doesn't even know. Where are you giving out stickers?
Just in the street.
Anywhere? I mean, you're going
Where will you be?
Somewhere?
Probably outside the Grand Hyatt.
Oh, okay.
40 seconds.
So are you a porno star or a perfect 10 girl?
I'm a perfect 10 girl.
You're not a porno star?
No.
Oh, I see. Oh, that's good because you are a perfect 10.
6 months.
What'd you say?
6 months.
6 months? Okay. Serenity, what about you? Where will you be?
I actually have a big gift for you, but I have to bring it in later.
No, that's fine with me.
Nothing to promote, Serenity?
Nothing to promote?
Oh, well, yeah, I have lots of things to promote. Let's see. Of course, my website, 𝗦𝗵cie𝗄𝗿𝗱, and I have my new movie out, 𝗦𝗵cie𝗄𝗿𝗱 from 𝗦𝗵cie𝗄𝗿𝗱. And I was also at the 𝗦𝗵cie𝗄𝗿𝗿𝗱 ball.
Well, that already happened. We were thinking.
I know, but it's the cybercast, so you can go to their website, which is 𝗦𝗵cie𝗄𝗿𝗱net.
All right. Well, obviously a lot of things to plug. Well, thank you, girls. And David, you are horrible at this.
Well, let's give him another try.
Okay, I got to take a break, and then I'll give him one last shot.
Right.
What do you mean you got distracted? You're an animal.
What?
Her breasts were so large that
Oh, get out of here. That shouldn't have anything to do with it. Girls, we'll be
That's
smelling
because
you
she
again
stuffed
later.
them with meat.
All right. All right, girls, thank you. And we'll take a quick break, and then we'll come right back and let David have his second shot, even though I think he's full of it.
Yeah, I bet you he can't do this at all.
You know what? Who cares?
Wanted to, oh, yeah, you loved it.
I love doing it myself.
So, Monica, what was it that made him think it was you?
I don't know. I think it is the real ones.
What are you trying to say, Monica?
So, Serenity, it was you?
It was me.
The vegetarian was you?
Yes.
Wow.
Yes.
And you didn't smell
Threw him a little loop.
And you didn't smell any different than the rest of these girls?
Apparently not. I don't think he's real.
Spray that.
They smell so confused. Weird areas too. I'm not sure about him.
I don't know. We should have all used that same spray.
I know.
I'm really confused.
I know. So.
All right, guys. Well, thanks for coming down and playing.
Oh, no, my pleasure.
Hi, I'm Ashley.
Hi, I'm Carla.
I'm Vanessa.
We're here today on the Howard Stern Show because some guy claims that he can smell us and tell which one of us is a vegetarian.
All right, Robin, let's do this real quick. Let's bring back in this David fellow.
He claims to be able to sniff out meat eaters.
What's his name again? David Wolfe?
David Wolfe.
All right, this is ridiculous. He flunked so far.
Yeah, you didn't do any better, but I don't expect you to.
Oh, we got a lot of pretty women down here anyway. David, what are you putting me on with this, or are you...
Have you actually done this before?
I know you... Absolutely. Why don't I hear you now? Scott, why don't I hear David Wolfe?
Okay.
Okay, he had all
break.
Can you hear me, Howard?
Scott, what happens? You have all break to set up, and then you forget. Like, what happens? You forget? Is it because all the pretty women are around and you forget? Be honest.
No.
What happens?
What happened?
I was trying to fix something that wasn't working, and
You were not. You're a liar. I saw you standing here the whole time. You didn't fix anything.
I was just...
The thing that doesn't work is him.
What, talk into a microphone. What were you trying to fix?
The headset wasn't working, so I didn't realize he was coming in. I was attending to this headset.
You didn't realize David was coming in? Who did you think was coming?
I was trying to fix the headset.
You didn't know anything was
You didn't know anything was happening?
No, I knew it was happening.
He's so full of it. Everybody has an excuse. It was the headset.
No, the thing that doesn't work is Scott.
Right.
If we could only
I mean,
fix
it's amazing to me that, like, we just had like a 10-minute break.
You could have fixed anything in that time.
It's the same bit. David's going to walk in, and then the microphone's not on. And he's here to make sure that he's here for one reason.
I think he gets so interested in the show, he becomes a spectator.
Yeah.
He is not working.
And people say to me, why don't you get an engineer so you can free yourself of sitting behind this board? I don't trust any engineer. We ran 100 spots. You could have cured cancer in the time that we were gone. And why didn't just be honest with me? What happens? Do you get like dopey or something? Do you fog out?
I just told you.
But how do you forget? Like, you know he's walking in. Don't you go, uh-oh, I better turn on the microphone?
You were standing there looking at him.
Yeah.
Do you get really interested in the show? Is that what happened? Be honest.
No, I turned off the pack so the battery wouldn't die in between the break.
Right. And then you forget?
I turned on the level, but I didn't turn the pack on.
So what do? You forget? Like, you don't have a checklist of things you should do?
Well, he had two things to do. He did
I
one.
had two things to do, and I did one. That's right.
That's usual.
He's like an idiot.
He's a 50%er.
And what should I do? I mean, this is every time I need someone to be on the microphone.
It's not every time.
It really is.
Come on, it's not every time.
The beauty of Scott, though, is he's trying to do his best, like he's saving the battery.
Yeah, and then you know what happens?
But then he forgets to turn on the
And then you know what happens? And then I spend 15 minutes yelling at Scott, and it doesn't seem to make an impression on. Like, I'd be embarrassed.
It never phases him.
I figure if I humiliate him enough, he'll start doing his job right.
You can't humiliate him.
I can't humiliate you.
It's not every time, Howard.
It really is.
It should have been on. You're right. It wasn't on.
Admit to me that the only reason that you are now standing in my studio is to turn that stupid microphone on.
That's right.
And you couldn't do that?
I couldn't do that.
I think that's
Why am I here?
I mean, what am I going to say? I had
a what?
Another problem came up in the middle of
And why is there always problems?
I don't know. I fixed it during the break, and then I picked it up again, and it wasn't working again.
Right.
These strange surroundings. I must be here for a reason.
And everything's working fine now. He just, you know what? He forgot. He had no problem.
Yeah, he was standing there.
No, I still have a problem with a headset.
So, but who cares?
But my question is, when we couldn't hear David, he still didn't react.
No.
I couldn't hear it because I have no headset. I was trying to fix the headset. Don't you understand that?
Oh.
I couldn't hear it.
Oh.
Get one that works.
Well, why fix it? Why not go out and get a good headset?
I wasn't.
I can't do that because I didn't think of that. I'm gonna miss the girls.
David, what are you doing? Are you putting me on? Do you really have a skill here of any kind?
Oh, absolutely. It's a little bit more discerning if the woman is still eating animal products, but a vegan woman, a woman who doesn't eat any animal products, boom, you can tell right away.
A meat eater and
I was kind of torn between the two there, and I'll get this one.
Hear that.
Okay, it's all coming down
I'll
right
give you
now.
one last shot. David Wolfe says he can pick out a woman who is a vegetarian by smelling her. Let's bring in our next 3 women, and then I'm throwing you right out of here.
And wipe that grin off your face.
Yeah, really, and stop smiling. Ashley, Carla, and Vanessa are coming in.
All right.
Here they come right now.
I swear that one of these women is a vegetarian.
All the women are beautiful, I'll tell you that. I mean, there's no problem with that.
Meat or no, huh?
I tell you, meat or no meat. Wow. Everybody looks really good. All right, now let me get this straight. First of all, we have Ashley. Where is Ashley? Ashley, hi. You're a very beautiful woman.
Thank you very much.
Ashley, are you an adult porno star?
No, I'm not.
You don't look like one.
No.
What do you do?
I would model for Perfect 10 magazine.
Oh, you're a Perfect 10 model as well. Wow, you're really pretty. How old are you?
19.
Perfect age.
Thank you.
That's the age I like. And do you sleep with men yet, or are you saving yourself?
I'm saving myself.
Is that right? Are you a virgin?
You smelled her to see if she was a virgin.
I could smell and tell right away that you're no virgin.
No.
You're no virgin. I could smell it from here. You're not a virgin, are you?
No, I'm just kidding.
Wow. You know, I was in Los Angeles. I ran into the guy who owns Perfect 10 magazine, and he's like a little short guy, and he walks around with 2 Perfect 10 girls all the time.
Usually more than 2.
Yeah, and you I go, oh my God, wait a second.
That's
I'm a celebrity. I have no Perfect 10 girls.
Is he married? No.
Is he a married guy? No.
What a scam.
That's why he can do that.
You have to see this.
Start a magazine.
He is walking around with 2 Perfect 10 girls. And I'm like, well, where am I in this mix?
And that's all he'll talk to, right?
Yeah. And he's got gorgeous, women like this around him.
Fighting to get...
It's unbelievable. So, okay. And you claim to be a vegetarian. All the women claim to be a vegetarian. Okay. Now, who is this?
Carla.
All right. We met you before.
Yes.
Carla, are you a porno star?
No, I'm not.
What do you do?
I'm a student.
You're just a student?
Yes.
You're not even in Perfect 10 magazine?
No, I'm not.
Let me tell you, you're very beautiful, too, in that bathing suit.
Well, thank you.
And let's go to Ashley.
No, Vanessa.
Vanessa, I'm sorry. Okay, I'm screwed up here in my notes, as usual. Vanessa, are you in Perfect 10 magazine?
Yes, I am.
You are. That's what I figured. And you, all of you look perfect. And do you ever walk around on the arm of the guy who owns the magazine?
Sure.
You do?
All of us girls have.
Do
all
you
of the
sleep
top
with
10.
him?
Do you guys sleep with him?
No, you won't be in the top 10 or 20 or anything like that if you did that.
Really?
No.
Oh, it's
So
unbelievable.
he's just walking around with girls. Who wants to do that?
All right, I'm going to have David Wolfe now smell the girls. Girls, he's going to smell you, and he's claiming anyway that he could pick out the vegetarian. Go ahead.
Wow. All right, we'll start
here.
here.
He goes, getting distracted again.
He is sniffing her arm. He is sniffing her chest.
I bet you don't have to do all this.
What a job.
What a job. There is no job like this. And he is smelling their crotch. He should be locked up.
Let's stay back here now.
All right, go over to Carla now. Carla. All right, Carla's armpits are being smelled.
She's getting the treatment.
He skipped her breasts and went right to her crotch.
Coming back to the breasts.
All right.
Oh, he figures he'll change his technique.
I'm shy.
All right. He claims that he can smell animal products on a woman.
He's an animal.
All right, going over now to, of course, the beautiful Vanessa.
I'm shy of you.
Don't be shy. He's a professional smeller. David, do you do this at family reunions?
Yes, you should have seen it when he did.
Thanksgiving dinner, etc.
He is woozy.
Oh no.
Wow. All right. Now, all right, I'll give it a shot. I don't profess. Girls, do you mind if I smell you?
No, go ahead.
Of course not. If you let that animal smell you, you shouldn't let mind me.
I love a guy named Wolfe who won't eat meat.
Yeah. Some wolf. All right, Robin, I'm going to try and use this microphone. Let's see if it works. Of course, it does not work.
Yes, it does.
It does? All right. Here, let me have this one. I like this one better.
It sounds good.
All right, let me start over here. The same place that David went. All right, hold on. Let me smell you, okay?
Okay.
Mm-hmm. I don't even know what I'm smelling for.
Well, you're just smelling.
Wow. Not only are you perfect 10, you don't even smell. Like there's no even odor on her. All right, let me smell you. Mm-hmm. Mm. Mm. All right. Mm-hmm. Mm. Oh, excuse me. I touched your breast. All right, wait a second. All right. I've done my smelling. I know who is the vegetarian.
All right, who is...
This time, David, you go first, and I'll tell you if I agree.
Okay, the vegetarian is Carla.
I'm in full agreement that Carla is the vegetarian. Carla is number 2. Right. Carla, or whoever is the real vegetarian, please step forward. And it is Carla.
You know how I knew? And
Can I tell you how I knew?
She was the only one who wasn't from that
Perfect 10 magazine. That's what I did. You did the same thing. Admit it, David.
No, I can tell.
No,
you lying dog.
You could not. You were guessing.
I said, wait a second. The other 2 girls are from Perfect 10.
Right.
They're busy running around eating meat. And why would Carla be here?
That was to throw you off, Howard.
Oh, please. It didn't throw us off, though. It's obvious.
It was obvious.
It's too obvious.
Yeah, well, anyway, I want to thank the girls. Girls, you want to plug anything? I guess you're just here to plug Perfect 10?
Yeah. Just the magazine.
Howard, she won some kind of competition, didn't you?
Yeah.
What did you win?
I won the Perfect 10 contest out of the...
So you were the most perfect of the 10s?
I hope so.
Really? And how much money do you win for that?
I won $200,000.
Wow. Really win $200,000?
Yes.
Can I
like
get
a date with you? Shut up, David. Really?
Yeah.
Are you jealous that she won?
No, I'm actually very happy the way it turned out.
Oh, yeah. Did you get $200,000?
No, but I got my fair share. I mean, I feel lucky to be in the top 10. And I was close with Ashley and Monica before, so.
All right. Well, what are you going to do with the $200,000?
I'm going to get a house in California, I think.
A whorehouse?
No.
Stop it.
Why not? I'll go.
Plain old house.
Just a plain old house. And you have a boyfriend?
Yeah.
Oh, you do? All right. He'll probably go through the $200,000 with his mail order business. What does he do for a living?
He just goes to school right now. He doesn't do it.
Yeah, that money's as good as gone.
He's going to get her to invest in his infomercial.
Yeah, I got a great idea for an infomercial. You do? Yeah, if we take the $200,000, we can make millions. Okay, $200,000 gone. Carla, what do you want to plug? Anything?
I'm here with PETA, People for the Ethical Treatment of Animals.
Oh, you are?
Yeah.
No, I have a dog.
You have a dog? That's great.
My dog had diarrhea yesterday because my wife doesn't put away the bran crackers.
So I have to plug our vegetarian hotline. Veg food for anyone who wants free vegetarian recipes.
All right, I'll pass on that. And you want to, of course, just plug Perfect 10, right?
Sure.
Okay. And what about David Wolfe? What does he want to plug?
Raw food. That's my website, too, rawfood.com. The raw food diet, raw vegetarian diet. Very simple, totally fun. Save the earth, feel great, pick up hot chicks. What more could you want?
I'm sick of you. All right, thank you, David Wolfe, and thank you, girls. And there it is, the man who can smell women.
No, he can't.
He did as good as I did, and you didn't even smell anybody.
I smell a soul, and I know.
All right, thanks, ladies. That was great. And David, go back to your website.
Yes! It's now over.
So, Carla, you guessed it.
Yes, you got it right.
Yeah?
It was pretty obvious, I think, but.
we all know you stuck out like a sore thumb.
Thanks.
David, so was it really the smell, or were you just able to guess? It was a good guess.
No, I could tell. You know, sometimes it's a little difficult. They're still eating animal products and stuff. Carla, that was easy. The other 2, I was torn between Serenity and Monica, and it was like I went kind of against my intuition, so I shouldn't have done that. But hey.
Yeah. Good morning, everybody. What's happening? Oh. Hey now. What sounds weird this morning? Aside from me. Something sound weird to you?
Yeah, it's a little bit more up front.
Or something. Where's the... somebody messed with our equipment on Friday? I bet you engineering did a sweep of the equipment and did something.
Didn't put it all back the way it was supposed
I'm just guessing. Somebody got a hold of my equipment. My precious equipment. Good morning. Goddamn early. I'm so irritable.
The morning is early.
I'm just irritated. Doesn't help looking at Scott the engineer first thing in the morning.
Here he comes.
Hey, did they do any maintenance or anything? I bet you they did.
As far as I know, nobody left me any information. As far as I know, nothing was done to the studio. Everything is as it was on Friday.
Your son write a new book report over the weekend?
Anything you need to read?
Anything I need to read from your son, or listen to any of your son's bands, music?
I mean,
or
what were his assignments? Because, you know, Howard might want to...
I can always
bring music in.
Scott the engineer came in on Friday with all this, government crap going on, and he says, I want you to read my son's report.
Something else happened over the weekend you should be talking about?
No, I just saw you and I thought of it. I need you to read
My son read a paper on censorship.
I'm in the middle of doing the show. I'm in the commercials, and he hands me the paper, and he's standing there waiting for me to read it.
Right, folded arms.
Wants to make sure I see it, so I'm figuring, wow, this must be some statement. Must be important.
His son must be some orator.
Yes. If I read it to you, you wouldn't even know what the hell was going on. No. I don't even understand it. No offense to your son.
That's okay.
It basically where is that paper? I want to read that again. Maybe I had a bad attitude on it.
Hopefully you threw it away.
I think you were correct.
No. It basically says that censorship, the way it isn't right.
Yeah, he's calling for more.
No, not really.
In his utopia, he would still have censorship.
There would be some, but...
No censorship except racism, sexism, and nudity.
Wait a minute, no racism.
I actually heard the S word over broadcast TV last night, and I really got upset.
Did your son write anything down about it?
No.
That's why we must have censorship in utopia.
I couldn't sleep because I heard the S word.
Your son's a senior, right?
Yes.
Is he going to college?
Yes.
He's not going to...
He's not just going to strike off and make music his... life?
No, I already explained to him,
That'd be a dumb idea.
The career of a rock star doesn't last too long.
Go to college or I'll burn you with a cigarette.
So he already got into college.
Yeah.
So what happens to his band, the rest of his bandmates, when he goes to college?
No, they're going to keep going. I mean...
They're all going to the same college?
Like
actually,
the Monkees.
One of them is older and past college. They're not all going to the same college.
They all live in the same house.
Yeah, they're like the monkeys. No matter what happens, they stay together.
We have a monkey mobile.
The plan right now is to keep the band together and play when they can. And
how's his hair? Does he take after you? Is he losing his hair?
He's got real long hair so far. I mean,
and it's good and thick and not
nice
falling
and
out.
thick, and it looks nice.
I met Scott's kid. He's got a good head of hair, that kid, I'll tell you.
Yeah.
When did Scott start losing his hair?
I was probably
6.
Early 20s. I was born without early 20s.
I was 11 when I went completely bald.
He's 18. He's got a little...
I was 15. I enrolled in the hair club for men.
That was his higher education.
That was his college.
Scott was the only bald little leaguer.
That was great.
I was 11 years old when I went bald.
I was all county and bald.
All bald.
I guess that John's not here anymore. Some other people got to take the action in here.
I remember I was 9 years old. I went down under the Christmas tree. It was when I got my first toupee.
You shouldn't have.
You're like Lex Luthor.
Yeah. Santa brought me a toupee.
All I want for Christmas is my 2 front teeth and a head of hair.
I have no hair. I'm an evil genius. All your evil geniuses are bald.
Right.
Lex Luthor, the guy in... Yul Brenner, you got...
Yul Brenner, an evil genius.
Hitler.
Bullseye from Daredevil.
Hitler's bald.
What about I don't know. There was another guy who was bald. Saddam Hussein, I think, was bald. Yeah. Franco. That's what I'm thinking of. So, where is that paper? I want to read it again. So his assignment was, hey, if you have a utopia, how would you feel about censorship in your utopia?
Right.
Scott hands me the paper, and I mean, it's really hard for me to read anything during the show because I'm busy getting ready.
Okay.
But he said even an 18-year-old gets it.
And then I started to read it.
A senior in high school.
And I think his son basically said, I'm for censorship.
Yeah.
Well, so Scott doesn't even understand his son's paper.
He didn't say that.
I read it. I'm telling you what he said.
Sounded like censorship to me.
Well, he doesn't write that clearly like all us Salems.
Even a senior in high school gets it, he said.
So
gets what?
How many guys are in his band? 4.
There's 4 guys in the
It's 4, including him.
Yeah.
So each guy's going to go to college?
No, one's already
out. And the 3 of them, the younger guys, they're going to go to college, yeah.
But they're all going to stay home for college?
Yeah, they're not going away.
Your son's going to live with you through college?
Yeah, he's not going anywhere.
Oh,
You'll matriculate at home.
Why shouldn't he? He's got the life.
I'm the only band member who's really out of college. I'm their manager.
Right. I'm the manager.
I'm out of school. No rules for me.
So you can't go on the road until after college.
Yeah. We don't have it. I guess you got
lost the
tossed.
paper?
I didn't touch it. It
seemed like a pretty important document to me.
It was, but...
Should be filed in the Library of Congress.
You don't have another copy of that, do you?
No, I don't. I'll see if I can get one emailed to me.
Yeah, I got to read that thing again.
I'm still waiting for the grade. It hadn't been graded yet.
When's it get graded?
Probably this week sometime. So I'll let you know.
Was that the final draft you gave us?
Yeah, I guess. I don't even know.
I was totally corrected, yes.
It's a good thing his music is a lot better than his papers.
All right.
But,
well, all right, Scott.
Okay.
It's good to see you. Really a thrill.
And it's a thrill to read your son's papers. Okay. Please bring us more.
Yeah, if you could just bring in everything he's ever done since kindergarten.
I'll bring some more music in, though.
Yeah. All right, thanks.
Vertigo Blue.
All right, thanks.
Yeah.
We want to see everything.
An annoying guy. You ever get trapped in a conversation with him?
Oh, yeah.
Because he doesn't move his mouth and... I'll bring in Vertigo Blue.
Vertigo Blue, Vertigo Blue, Vertigo Blue. Keeps mumbling that under every conversation.
Like they're the next Beatles.
A mantra. Vertigo Blue.
Yeah, Vertigo Blue.
That's my 401k, Vertigo Blue.
And is he officially their manager? Is that the situation?
Yeah.
No.
Well, I think it's unofficial.
He's like Mr. Kincaid.
Well, you know what it'll be. If they ever hit, they'll get rid of Scott first.
Right.
Yeah.
Dad, I got to let you go.
We have a contract.
We need professional management.
Right, Dad, you can't do this show.
Like Broadway Danny.
But I bought you this fall.
You know, I know he's my son. I want him to do well, but I was there from the beginning and worked every weekend with the band, and now I'm out.
I did the carpooling. I did every dirty job.
I want my son to do well so that I can do well.
You're out, Dad.
Yeah, he's like Mr. Kincaid. He's the creepy older guy who hangs around with the young band, the family band. He's Creepy Scott instead of Creepy Kincaid. It's really bad.
Mr. Kincaid.
All right, boys, set up over there. I'll go talk to the club manager. Excuse me. Shut up. Get out. Boys, this guy's a tough one.
He's playing hardball.
Yeah.
He doesn't want to pay. But don't worry.
I think he has something against bald people.
Can't we negotiate?
Playing hardball. I asked him for the money, and he said, go screw.
Tonight's Vertigo Blue show, I'd like to open the show by reading my son's paper on censorship.
That's your opening act?
Yeah. There'll be no opening act tonight. I'll be reading.
In my utopia, there'll be no censorship.
No racism or sex.
Here's my son's idea of utopia. My idea of utopia is when my father leaves me alone. He's out of my business.
Life without Dad.
Life without Dad. That would be truly blissful. Got an old man hanging around my shoulder.
I'm trying to be a cool rock star.
Yeah, you're trying to be cool, and it's your dad in the corner pushing around the equipment.
Yeah.
I'm trying to get girls.
Dad!
Yeah, I don't think the Stones had Mr. Jagger book him in the early 60s.
I'm trying to get down with my groupies. Could you get out of here?
Is there anything better than popping a zit that's been annoying you and it finally pops?
I did it this weekend.
What a relief.
What a relief. I just had that during the Scott the Engineer conversation.
It just popped?
Yeah, it felt good. It starts to hurt. I'm gross. Everything about me.
Were you squeezing it while you talked to Scott?
Yes.
Oh.
It's something to do.
It looked like I was picking my nose when I was squeezing a zit. As opposed to the times I pick my nose on the show, which is often. Sometimes I go, I have to really pick my nose, and then I go, oh, the camera's watching me, and then I go, I don't care.
They can look away.
I don't move from this seat for 5 hours. I don't know.
Yeah, sometimes you wonder, what have they seen me do?
I started thinking I was losing my hearing Saturday night. Because, we went to dinner, me and Beth, to Lotus. You know Lotus?
Yeah.
With my friend Will and his wife, Carrie. Well, they're both my friends. My friends Will and Carrie.
Okay.
Who happen to be married. And I think Will is like one of the guys who owns Lotus or something. Or there's like 19 guys who own Lotus. But he's one of them. And I don't know. Every time Carrie was talking, I couldn't hear her. I kept going, what?
Is there music playing?
It's just so loud in there. We had a table that was like kind of far. Everyone was far apart. I said to Beth, could you hear that? And she goes, yeah, but she was sitting right near Carrie.
Right.
I don't know if Carrie just speaks softly.
Right.
I wonder if you could have heard it. Wish you had been there. So now I was all creeped out that I was like losing my hearing. I was like, yeah, like what?
Got to get a horn.
Yeah, what are you saying? What are you saying? Yeah, come again.
Well, you'd also get a little paranoid because your dad has experienced that.
Yeah, well, hopefully I'm nothing like him.
Well, I mean, you got his genetics.
No,
your ears could leak.
No, I don't think I have his genetics.
None?
No.
You got nothing from him?
Nope. All from my mother's side. I've been told that ever since birth.
Is that right?
I'm just like my grandpa, Schiffman. Shifty.
Oh, Shifty Schiffman?
Shifty Schiffman. Oh, man. I'm aroused all of a sudden for no particular reason.
My God.
Are you?
No. Hey, why should he be aroused?
I'm aroused every minute.
But why should he get aroused when you notice you're aroused?
Throughout the show, I'm almost aroused 90% of the time.
Right.
I don't understand.
It's just me. I'm always aroused. I'm like the horniest guy I know. I'm aroused.
That's good, though.
Are you like that?
I mean, you know,
I'm like a dog. I mean, it's like, it's not even necessarily I need to bang. I'm just aroused. Let's do it. Let's teach the FCC a lesson.
You and Fred, go for it.
So much to talk about, Robin.
Let's bang.
Well, yeah, you guys stood me up last night.
I did. I'm so sorry. I got back to the city like 4:30. I was miserable. My whole day. I don't want to go into it on the air, but the whole day, and I walk in, I'm woozy, and Beth's pissed at me.
She was getting ready?
Yeah.
Oh.
She had her outfit, her whole thing. I got to admit, though, that thing had to be really gay, right? Last night?
It was funny.
Yeah, I mean...
because it was such a bizarre collection of people.
What happened? Beth said to me, do you want to go to this? Entertainment Weekly is having an Oscars party.
Right.
I said, no, I don't want to go to that. She goes, it'll be fun because Robin wants to go. We're going to get all dressed up. I guess you two are emailing each other now.
Right,
So I said, okay. It did sound like kind of fun. I mean, to get together with you and Fred, and it would be fun. We would have a table. It would be a good time. Yeah, I said, sure, okay. That'll be a good time. So, I had my day mapped out. I was supposed to be back in the city by 3. I didn't get back till about 4:30. And I went like, oh, man, there's going to be tons of press there. They're all going to be asking me about this FC. They're dying. There's over 500 interview requests. I'm not doing any of them. Right. They're going to get a hold of me all night and keep hammering away about government censorship, what's going on. And I'm going to be a dick. I'm going to be going, hey, tune into my radio show. You'll hear all your answers. I'm going to be, come on, man, you suck. Then I'm like looking at myself. I got to go wash my hair to get ready for the big event. And then I'm going to have a bunch of other pictures of me with wet hair. Because my hair takes 4 hours to dry. So I know right away I'm going to look like hell for the next 3 years and more of these pictures where I have wet hair. You saw those wet look pictures?
Right, I was going to say, just more bad pictures every time a story comes out.
Yeah, because my hair looked like a big frizz ball, and I knew I was going to have to wash it. So I just said to Beth, I got home, I go, I'm woozy. And I said, I can't do it. That's when I called you. I called you both. And
I didn't find those messages until later in the evening, so I had no idea until I got there that you weren't coming.
I always feel like you never get your messages.
Well, I don't know why I didn't hear the phone ring. I was there.
Oh.
But I didn't hear it.
Then I was like, oh, God, Robin's already on her way in. She's so excited about this thing. And I felt bad because you were going and Fred was going and Gary called me. He's sick.
Yeah, Gary bailed, too.
Yeah.
So then Fred thought nobody was showing up, and I thought nobody was showing up, and luckily we ran into each other.
So then I was like, oh, you're a big girl. You can have a good time without me there. So I let go of that guilt. Because I felt like, you guys...
Yeah, you didn't have to.
Well, I felt bad.
It was just, I was a little disappointed because I was looking forward to...
The zoo, that would happen when I showed up.
Well, you know what? It would have been, once you got through the red carpet thing, you would have been fine because the reporters weren't inside. They weren't? No, they were just in that, red carpet, and then once you got through there, they would have, you would have been... okay, except for the crowd in the room.
Who's the chick who organizes that event? Lori Levine. Well, Lori Levine had been working on Beth for us to come for, months.
Yeah.
And so Beth calls up Lori Levine and goes, we can't go. And we had done this to her last year.
I know.
Because of 9/11.
Well, the start of the war, I think it was.
Yeah. It was the start of the war, and I didn't feel like going to a party and being photographed drinking champagne when when bombs were falling. So I said, what can I do? I can't go. I mean, I had every intention of going. It's been a really crap week with all the being thrown off 6 radio stations. I know these reporters. The unknown was freaking me out. I don't want to go deal with it. So Beth calls up. Lori Levine starts calling Beth 3 times. How could you do this to me? Everyone from Entertainment Weekly is excited you're coming. Meanwhile, I'm trying to think in my mind, I don't even think Entertainment Weekly's nice to me.
Probably they would have finally been nice. Now they're not.
I don't even think they're that sweet to me in the paper. I think they've knocked me a couple of times.
I don't remember. They almost seem like they'd be friendly to you.
Well, Lori Levine is here in New York, but I don't know if the magazine... I'm not sure.
Remember.
I don't remember either. I know I've been on the cover of their magazine, and then they would write...
they were good around the time of the movie.
Yeah.
Maybe they've taken a couple of swipes.
Yeah, and it's like, well, what am I doing to helping out their lame event? Because first of all, you got to realize, it's a fun thing to be at the Academy Awards or to be in L.A. at an Academy Award party.
It's the funniest reason to have a party.
Yeah, I mean, this is crazy. And for some reason, to Lori Levine, it's really important that I show up. Like who else was there? Was there anybody famous there?
Yes, there was Liza Minnelli.
What a crew.
Regis and Star Jones and that chick from Survivor who's on The View.
Monica Lewinsky.
Oh,
wow, that's so much fun.
Who else? I had the worst. Oh, Tatum O'Neal I met in the ladies' room.
Yeah.
And she said she loved to do the show, but then you'd ask her all kinds of things she didn't want to talk about.
Oh, what's the
But she was great. She looked great.
Yeah.
And Liza, I must have, it was really funny. I planned not to drink, and just as Mr. X had gone in and snaked a claim at the bar, and as I was going through the red carpet, he ordered me a drink. So I'm in, as soon as I get through the red carpet, you're already woozy, and there's a drink waiting for me.
Yeah.
So I start drinking. And I must have had a lot to drink, because Liza seemed perfectly fine to me.
She seemed normal.
She actually did look good.
She looked great, and she seemed not crazy.
Did Star Jones yell at you or anything?
No, Liza and she were at the same table. I leaned over and talked to Liza. I didn't even see Star.
Liza and you talking? A little...
Well, Liza sends her love.
Really?
And
I told her not to marry that dude. Did you tell her that?
I told her we support her, and she said, I support you. You tell him I think he's wonderful.
Wow.
And she loves you.
Were you both drunk?
Well, she's, I think, sober. So she...
A drunken Robin Quivers, Liza Minnelli conversation. Hello, darling.
And then I went over, I saw John Leguizamo, who I'm a huge fan of.
Right, yeah, he's a talented guy.
And John Leguizamo became Emilio. Oh, hello, Emilio.
Who's Emilio?
I don't know, but that's what I called him.
Oh, no. You called him Emilio?
Yes.
That's great.
And he got up and he says, I'm John Leguizamo.
Oh, Jesus.
I was so embarrassed.
You really were out of control.
And I was like, I am so sorry. I'm such a huge fan. He goes, all right, we all look the same.
Oh, my God.
Oh, it was terrible. Then I saw Rose McGowan.
How's she look? She's hot.
She looks great.
Yeah, she is cute.
And Shannon Doherty, who also is very cute and perky, and she was really wonderful.
I should have been there.
And then we were sitting at a table with...
Ice-T.
Ice-T. Ice-T. I think it was Ice-T.
With his Coco girlfriend.
Ice-T. Ice-T. Which one is he?
He's the one who's on Law and Order SVU.
All right. That makes sense, because there was 18 cast versions of, like, the entire TV shows. Every version of Law and Order, they all came together. I think they took a bus up. Every Law and Order show was represented.
Yes. So it was SVU, Law and Order. I didn't see the criminal intent people.
Yeah.
But Chris Maloney was there from SVU, and Mariska Hargitay.
Who's that?
Who's the daughter of Jane Mansfield.
Oh, is she hot?
She's beautiful.
Very pretty face.
Wow.
Beautiful girl.
She got her mother can't.
Would I have been the most famous person there?
Well, you and Liza.
Yeah.
And Edie Falco. Was there.
Edie, yeah.
She was very nice.
Did you talk to her?
I said hello. Told her I was excited about the new season.
Yeah, we can't wait.
Yeah.
We can't wait for New Sopranos.
Absolutely.
Oh, here's Lori. Hey, Lori. Lori.
Hi, Howard.
This is Lori who plans the party for Entertainment Weekly, and I felt real bad. I had every intention of going.
I know. Your message, I couldn't even call you back after you left me that message. I was like, all right, what can I do?
I felt bad.
I mean, take a nice no. You have to be great. You have to take that graceful no.
Yeah, you got to be able to take it.
Yeah.
And then Beth was really mad at me. She was like,
I could tell from the messages she left me. She was like, Lori, it's Beth. And I thought, Howard's dead.
Beth had a dress that she got, like a couture, whatever that means.
Oh, yeah. Couture.
It was cut down to, like, her pubic area.
She was going to be
It was a V-neck.
Gorgeous.
Yeah, she had a real doll. I mean, I was like, hey, I want to trot her out in this.
Sure.
Regis will die.
Regis will have a heart attack.
All the other men will be jealous.
Cut down to your pubic area.
Yeah, so she had this really outrageous outfit and everything, and I had my suit pulled, same stupid suit pulled out. We were going to go have just like drinks and then go home.
Robin, wasn't it great? Isn't it exactly what I keep describing?
Yeah, it was fun.
It's fun. You walk in.
Baby, I would have been there, but you understand.
Of course I understand.
I've got 10,000 interview requests to talk about the government, the censorship. I go to that red carpet. First of all, then I'm looking at pictures of myself with the wet head. Then I'm going to tell those guys, and Lori was even saying she could sneak me into the back. I don't even need to go. And I go,
not everybody's at the red carpet. Monica Lewinsky actually was able to come in. She did talk to the press inside a little bit and took a picture at her table, but.
Yeah, and I was like, you know what? I don't want to be a dick.
Picture you and Monica Lewinsky.
Yeah, I don't want to be a dick. Did you talk to Monica Lewinsky?
No.
Why not?
Well, I mean, she wasn't talking to me. We passed each other, so I didn't.
They were far away. Robin was at a table in a different, like the way.
Is she huge?
She is, yeah.
Is she like the size of Star Jones?
She's built like a couch.
Stop it.
Was Star Jones there with that
I don't think
boyfriend?
The new boy, the fiancé was there.
He was sitting right next to her. Her
I
and
couldn't
7.5 carat diamonds. The three of them sat together.
On Robin's angle, it was like a big mountain in front of the boyfriend, but it was Star Jones.
Do you realize they met 3 months ago and he's already proposed to her and she's wearing a 7-carat diamond?
Yeah, well, they're having fun, but there's a disaster.
Well,
right now.
notice he proposed on the at the All-Star game.
Yeah.
Could you see the screen, Robin?
Who bought the ring, him or her?
I have no idea what's going on.
Lori probably knows.
Stop it already.
Hey, Lori, I know 2 years in a row, and you know what? I'm never going to tell you yes to this party again because
Yes, you are.
No, because...
You're tell me right now yes, and we're going to do this all over next year.
Yeah, because Beth even said to me, you can never, ever go to this event because 2 years in a row...
No, too many times.
Well, yeah, she goes,
saying yes.
You say yes, and then you go no, and
It happens. Listen, every year Regis does something on Academy Awards weekend, and he says, I'm going to try to make it back, I'm going to try to make it back. Same like you last year. Couldn't make it back in time, and then all of a sudden last night he and Joy rolled in, and I was like, look who's here, it's Reach. All on his own, kind of just quietly answered. Joy is, what a hot tamale.
Yeah, she's got a really good body.
Did you see the earrings she was wearing?
No, I didn't see her earrings.
Oh my God, she had these diamonds and sapphire, they were massive and gorgeous.
So from now on, I'm just going to say I'll try to make it.
Right.
That'll be my rap.
You'll try to make it back. You'll be like Regis.
I'll try to make it back even though I'm here. I'm going to try to make it back from an imaginary place.
You know what's going the gift basket got better this year.
Yeah, you should send me over one of those. So Beth's really mad. Yeah, I know, because Beth's pissed that I didn't get a gift basket.
No.
The $35,000 gift basket.
Robin, in the meantime, was so adorable because, I don't give myself a seat because I want to be there in case people need to get up or do a thing or whatever. So every time Robin and Mr. X were walking around a little bit, and it's a little unnerving. We didn't know. When she got up, I'm like, are you leaving? Are you going? But they walked the room, and they kind of worked the room. It was so adorable. It was like they were at a wedding and they were the bride and groom kind of walking around collecting envelopes.
Well, Robin's never going to have a wedding,
everybody.
so she thinks of the Entertainment Weekly party as her wedding.
That was Mr. X likes to torture me, and he started dragging me around this room.
I thought it was charming, actually. I really liked it. And Robin, you looked amazing.
Well, thank you.
Yeah, I heard
You walked in
Beth told me you're getting all
red
dolled up.
dress, and I was just like, oh, my God, this gorgeous, stunning woman walks in. I'm like, Robin's here. Oh, my God, look at beautiful. And the red carpet photographers went ballistic.
I'm in all my glory. Look at me.
I did want you to see my red dress, but you
Was it
weren't
Valentino?
there. It wasn't Valentino. It was
M.A.
Carmen Mark Valvo.
I'm wearing Carmen Mark Value. Not that anyone asked. Thank you very much.
I didn't even ask.
What are you wearing, Robin? Carmen May Valvo.
Where's Joan when you need her?
Howard, all your girls were there. Julie Bowen, Shannon Doherty, Rose McGowan.
Yeah, I should have gone.
There were some sexy boys there, too, though. Leguizamo was there, Matt Dillon, Chris Noth, Mr. Big from Sex.
Oh, yeah, he was there. I saw him, and I saw Matt.
Frederique, the model.
I saw Frederique for
I like her.
Hilarious. She was sitting at a table with Chris Noth and his girlfriend and then Frederique's husband or boyfriend or whatever, and they were just cracking up all night.
Yeah, well, I would have been there.
Great.
And then we also had one of the Ted from Queer Eye for the Straight Guy.
Isn't he charming? He's a nice
He
guy.
was great. He was really great.
Well, he's not even the good Queer Eye guy.
He's one of the good Queer Eye guys.
No, that's the Carson's the guy you want.
Carson or Cayenne.
Yeah.
And Carson was in L.A. and Cayenne actually was sick. But Ted's, here's the thing.
Ted's great.
Ted is the unspoken Queer Eye because he's actually the most fun personality-wise, but you don't get that because he's not the biggest on the show.
Yeah.
He's the best at a dinner party.
Well, at my table, I would have had to have had the biggest queer.
Liza.
I need the top queer.
The biggest queer is Liza.
Yeah. I need the head queer.
Well, here's the thing, and I didn't know Ted was coming until the last minute, so he was like, Lori, I can come. I was like, well, I know exactly where I'll put you, because at that point I knew you weren't coming.
So he had your
slammed
seat.
you in your seat. Slammed him in your seat.
Who's that?
Ted got your seat.
Oh, the Queer Eye guy. Yeah.
Liza was really coherent and great last night.
She was fantastic. I was like, what are people talking about? Liza's perfectly fine.
Oh, well, they only bring her out when she's coherent.
Oh, Liza, you're so coherent tonight.
I was like, what is that ex-husband talking about?
You know why her life was ruined? People applaud her for being coherent.
Yeah, what a compliment.
No, that's great. Nobody can get that. Just because you're okay, people are applauding.
I show up okay. Everyone's like, well, okay. So what?
Expect that.
Yeah. Liza shows up and she gets out a few sentences and everyone's like, you are fantastic, honey.
Liza, you haven't spilled a thing.
We only applaud when you show up.
Right. Well, anyway, I'm sorry I burned you.
You didn't. It's fine. Don't even feel like that. Listen.
I know how hard it is to put together a party, and you want people who are, who are committing, who are going to be there and everything, and I felt awful, actually. You heard my message.
I did. I listened to your message, and I couldn't even call you back. That's why I had to let you go.
All right.
Like, you know what? At this point, what am I going to do? I can't beg. I mean,
I had a car waiting for me downstairs.
Yeah.
They didn't
I
already send
understand.
the
And
car?
listen,
No.
it would have been, we could have gotten you in, you could have done it. But listen, there were one or two reporters walking around. I mean, it is an entertainment magazine. You would have had an Entertainment Weekly editor or two saying, listen, why don't you give us a quote? Why don't you give us something? And they're really charming. They happen to be a bunch of amazing people, this team at Entertainment Weekly.
All right. Enough ass kissing. All right, Lori, I got to go. Thanks.
You're welcome.
I'm
Ron.
sorry.
All right, so listen, I'll speak to you later in the week after you tell me how fabulous the gift bag is.
I will. I'm sorry, Lori.
Don't be, honey. Come on, get over it.
All right.
It's good.
Bye.
You're lost, seriously.
I know.
Seriously.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
I feel bad.
And you know what? They gave some little gift bag last night at the
that
party.
was the VIP goodie bag that we put together.
Oh, you know what? I left it in the back of the car.
Oh, no. There's some good stuff in there.
All I know
You
is
got one, though.
Oh, yeah.
I was going to go. What's in there?
It had some DVDs in there, had a bunch of cosmetic stuff, some thongs.
Thongs? I missed that.
I don't know what I'm going to do with a thong, but I guess that's for my wife.
Well, the DVDs were good. I mean, it wasn't like
American Splendor.
Oh.
What were the other two?
American Splendor,
Capturing
Capturing the
the
Freedmans, A Mighty Wind.
Right.
All right. Hey, baby, I got to go. I'm late.
All right, go.
Bye.
Okay, bye.
I wonder where Emilio Leguizamo was sitting.
Oh, really?
I felt bad. I like Lori, and I felt real bad not coming through for her, but next year I'll go.
Yeah, she doesn't mind. Say right now. You'll be there next year.
I'll be there next year.
maybe.
It was weird. And I kept going. I felt so bad. I looked at Beth. She wanted to go so bad. And I go, all right, just get your... Now it's like 5:45. I go, just put on your clothes. We're going to go. She goes, forget it. You're not going to go. And I go, I'm going to go take a shower. And, you know.
And then you really would have had wet hair.
Yeah. It was my fault. And then I just didn't want to deal with reporters saying, well, what's going on? Well, how come you get kicked off 6 stations? And then I'd go, F you.
Yeah.
You know, and then it's ugly.
Dude, they're rolling out footage of you. Did you watch
Frightening.
Did you watch CNN over the weekend?
Yeah, I mean, everywhere you look.
I was in the airport killing time.
I know. Old footage.
I know. There was hair from every era.
A hair from every era. Like, you go from long hair to short hair, back to long hair.
Right, you don't know what you're looking at.
I tuned in. Someone gave me a tape of Carson Daly.
Yeah.
Defending me to Deborah Norville.
Really?
Well, Deborah Norville kept calling my agent saying, I need to have Howard on the show. And I was like, I ain't doing any interviews about this. And I said, maybe I'll do one if I do the Rolling Stone magazine. They were asking me. But
what was Carson's defense?
Listening to him defend... Carson's a real nice guy.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, he seems like a really nice guy, but he's not the brightest bulb in the batch. I don't think he fully even understands the issue.
What is the issue?
You know what I mean? But he did. He was really good about defending me, but it's really interesting who they get to defend me. One channel had Chauncey Hayden from Steppin' Out magazine.
Goodness.
That was the Fox News channel. That was the best guy they could drag
that's
out.
all Fox could get?
Yeah, Chauncey.
Wow.
You know, who was like all over it, like an attack dog.
Of course.
You listen to him, you go, you know, maybe there should be some censorship. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I mean, when Chauncey was in broadcasting, I thought he should be taken off.
Yeah, I was offended by his show. All right, let me take a break, and we'll be back, and I'll tell you everything that's going on right after these words.
The Howard Stern Show. Here's a homeless guy on some current events.
How do you think Hillary Clinton's been in office so far?
I even know the bitch was around. She ain't doing shit. Who the f*** voted for this broad anyway? What you vote for this bitch for? She ain't doing nothing.
All right, are you excited about The Sopranos' final episode this season?
The Sopranos. They ain't putting no money in my f***ing cup. F*** them. Ain't seen them blacks on the f***ing show. What the f*** is up? Where's OJ at when we need him? Somebody call Al Sharpton. The Sopranos.
All right, and what are your plans for this upcoming summer?
Smoke a whole bunch of weed, drink a whole bunch of some cheap-ass beer, and be about a whole bunch of bitches. That's it.
So you like Howard? You're a fan of the show?
Say, Howard, you the man. You know, and that Jackie the Joke Man don't want to be on there. F*** you, you stupid asshole. You had to gig it a f***ing year, and you left. You dickhead.
How about Robin? What do you think of Robin?
Robin's all right.
Yeah, she cute? You like her?
Let me tell you something. She have all the change in my cup, baby. Just give me a pubic hair.
Thanks for your time, man. Take it easy.
Go.
95X.
Hey now. Yes. Yes, sir. If you want to look at Ronnie Munn's topless photos, go to howardstern.com. It's Ronnie the limo driver at my Valentine's party. I put those up there because they're really something everyone should see. I got more mail about people throwing up from looking at Ronnie's picture.
It's such a disturbing sight to see that.
Looks like he's dead.
I know.
Yeah, it looks like a corpse. You're right.
Artie was in Buffalo. He was just telling me him, Stuttering John, and Nick DiPaolo did 2 shows in Buffalo. And Artie told me John got booed off the stage.
No, not booed off the stage.
What happened?
In the beginning, John got through it all right, but in the beginning they booed. And to John's credit, he went through it. He got through it, and then, we did 2 shows. And then DiPaolo goes up, and then I close, and at the end of my act, I tried to bring John back up, but the first crowd just wasn't having anything.
Oh.
They kept booing him. But the second...
Bad time to be leaving the show. It looks like we're under siege.
Yeah, it looks like a defection of rat leaving the sinking ship.
The rat leaving the sinking ship.
But he didn't get booed off stage. He stayed on.
He stayed on. He did his act.
Did what he had to do, and he was good. The second show, they were a little nicer to him. They booed in the beginning. And then at the end of the show, I brought him back up, and they were
appreciative.
They were appreciative of John. But the great thing was, anytime you mentioned Leno, it's a barrage of just boo,
boo.
Yeah, I understand it. Boo. Because at the end, I just kept doing a crappy Leno talking to John, you know. And then,
Well, that was John's last dirty show, right? He can.
It was his last dirty show.
Yeah, gee, a lot of people upset about that.
He's leaving blue comedy.
Don't worry, John. Soon you'll be a robot, just like me. Soon you'll be a complete sellout.
Soon you'll feel nothing at all.
Don't worry, the pain goes away. You get numb.
You get deadened to it.
Yeah, I saw him over at Scores Friday night. I went to Scores Friday night.
So who?
Stuttering John. He came by for a drink.
Well, what was going on at Scores?
Well, Beth was out of town. She was in Pittsburgh, so she even said to me, every time I go out of town, you go right to Scores. It's pathetic. I go, I know. I'm a terrible man. I'm a pathetic man.
Why not?
Whoever lied to you and said I wasn't. I'm right at Scores. I go, hey, free night. Had a great time at Scores, man.
So was it a planned thing, or you just sort of...
Well, you know, I said to Ronnie, hey, Beth's going to be away. Maybe we'll have dinner. Because I felt bad.
Oh, yes.
And I go, but we're having dinner at Scores, right? So it was me, Ralph, Ronnie. We're going to Scores for dinner. Next thing I know, Ross Zapin's hit me up on that stupid two-way thing.
Oh, yeah.
How are you? What are you doing tonight? I go, Scores, baby. He go, oh, man. He goes, well, I don't want to intrude on your dinner plans. I go, please, he can come by and have dinner with us.
Right.
So he brought Booker. So then all of a sudden it was Booker, Ross, me, Ronnie, Ralph. John came by for a drink, but he left right away because I think he has some kind of morals clause. No, he had dinner plans. He'd invited me to, John wanted me to go to dinner, like a farewell dinner with him on Friday night, and I was like, you're insane. You got to be kidding me. Really? I want to take you to dinner.
So you wouldn't go to dinner?
Well, actually, when he asked me, my daughter was supposed to come in. And then my daughter got invited to my 11-year-old got invited to a pool party.
A pool party?
In a hotel with a sleepover.
Wow. It's so hot.
For a birthday. Get out of here, you retard.
An
11-year-old. And I go, what is left for these kids?
I know. I said they've already had every experience. Nothing will, by 16, they're so jaded.
Yeah, I go to 11, hey, let's stay home and watch a movie. And I'm like, oh, that's kind of boring.
Yeah.
Let's go to a pool party at a hotel.
Are there going to be fireworks?
Out on Long Island, it's bad.
Yeah.
I mean, everybody just spends all this money on entertaining their children, including me.
I know. You're right in there.
I got to. Got to keep up.
Keeping up with those Joneses.
Yep. I got to do it, right?
But I look and I say, what is the wedding going to be like? If this is the 11-year-old party, the 13-year-old party, the 16-year-old party,
wedding.
They're all bigger than you can imagine.
I should only be so lucky. Some dude takes my daughters off my hands and I don't have to keep paying. I mean, what are you talking about?
But you're going to have to, rent out a country.
My daughter's 11th birthday party was in January. We had it at Benihana with Magic crazy. Al and a whole thing going on. I mean, you would have thought it was a wedding.
That's crazy.
Yeah, so this thing was a pool party, and so she couldn't miss that, so I had a free night, and so I went from a wholesome night to I'm going to go to Scores with Ronnie.
You could have been with your daughter, and if you can't be with your daughter, then
I'm
you
going
go
to Scores.
That's fine. What the hell?
Yeah. Hey, the kids don't want to be with me. I have to go drown my sorrows.
You tried to do the right thing, Rob.
Yeah.
That's funny. You just fall. I mean, there's such a steep decline.
So I went over for dinner. I ended up talking to some girl at the bar for like an hour, one of the strippers. It was like a nice girl, but I was sober. I wasn't drinking.
What is the deal now, though, with didn't they change? It's just like all open again or something?
Yeah, no, I know.
There's still a separation?
Yeah, and there's a restaurant part. And so then we're eating, and like dinner's going on till like 10 o'clock.
What time did you start?
I got there about 8.
Mm-hmm.
And then I'm like...
And you're not drinking?
No, I didn't drink.
Wow.
I haven't been in the mood. Not since Valentine's Day. I was so wasted.
You did it up then.
Oh, I was so hungover. I haven't been able to drink since.
Oh, dear. You're like...
I'm not digging it.
turned off completely.
Even Saturday night I couldn't drink.
Wow.
You're just going through a bad stretch, man.
Artie knows you'll come back.
I know. It's like weird. Like I don't want to drink. I feel weird.
Is it like when you have a couple of drinks, you start to get a headache before you get buzzed and you don't even...
Yeah, like I start to sip the vodka and I go, what am I doing? This is a waste of time.
Yeah. Drinking is a big waste of time.
Yeah. You wasted a lot of time.
If it wasn't for drinking, I might have graduated high school on time.
Right. But, so I don't know. I was at Scores. I was rapping to it. You know, when you're straight...
I was going to say, you can do that sober?
Yeah.
Wow.
I ended up hearing, like, at least 2 strippers' entire life stories.
Oh. I bet they were similar.
No.
Really?
But one needed help with something, the other one didn't, the other one was very self-sufficient. It was a whole thing.
It's really funny because they're 2 different stories, but they wind up the same.
Yeah. But both really nice. I mean, the girls are looking great over there.
Yeah.
I mean, they got some good talent over there.
But you know what? See, that always amazed me, even when we did the Channel 9 show, that you could have these completely straight conversations with these girls.
Right.
And you're still doing it. I thought the girls would have...
I don't know, I was just looking to talk.
Made it better.
I mean, I went to some dinner conversation. I want to talk to Ross.
You're like one of those guys who hires a hooker just so you can have somebody to talk to.
You know those oddballs that, like, I don't want to have sex with you. I just want to talk to you. Like and you see it, it's creepy. I think that's me.
Dude, you got a lot of patience, man, to be in a place like that that's loud and stuff like that without drinking.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's crazy.
I mean, just to be in a bar without drinking. You know what I mean?
I was with the guys, and then meanwhile I was supposed to be having dinner with Ronnie. Ronnie was like all the way at the other table, buried with 5 girls, like all over. He's like
That's
Mr.
how you want to have dinner with Ronnie.
He really is Scores Man 92.3.
Did he get hammered?
Yeah. Yeah, he did. And Ralph, I think, called me the next day, said he was still drunk.
Wow.
Because Ronnie said he left at 2:30 from Scores, and Ralph was still hanging out there.
He left Ralph there.
Yeah. How late did Ralph stay? I hear his Scores Man.
I don't know. Ralph was still...
Well, you are the man over there, boy. I see you with the 5 girls all...
I was sitting with you, but Ross, you know, he sat down, and Ralph sat down, and...
I was supposed to have dinner with you.
And Booker's sitting there, and...
My buddies.
It looked like a gay night. There was no girls sitting with them.
Yeah.
Got a little too
well, I was sitting next to a girl.
Yeah, you were, but I'm saying they had to, they had to send Ralph,
I know
to sit over there because Ronnie started saying, like, what's going on over there?
Those guys are like eating and like there's no girls and like at least I'm talking. Because people won't. This has got to be about storming the government.
Yeah, what's that going to do?
Yeah, but you're going to have a lot of people in Vegas.
High Pitch is fat enough to be 12 morons.
He's such a moron. He doesn't understand why you had to do it in Washington.
I know, because the president's in Washington.
Yeah.
I will go down there with signs.
No,
I know what to say.
But why are we protesting? Like they already took me off the radio stations there. What are we doing? What's the point?
Because the FCC.
What are we begging them to put me back on? What is our point? We're begging them what?
To go to Washington?
Yeah, why are we going to Washington?
We're going because the FCC shouldn't be able to tell people what they want to listen to.
Right, and it's freedom of speech. I will go down there, and I will help you, too.
What if 500 people show up?
With me, that's 700 people.
I don't want to spend the weekend with that moron.
He can be kept away.
I'm not doing a Washington rally. I don't want to spend the whole day with High Pitch Eric.
Let's get some lunch.
I can sign. No. What were you saying, the Oscars?
Yes, I was talking about the Oscars. Here's Annie Lennox performing Into the West. I didn't get to see this, A4.
Yeah, I missed it all.
Sounded like.
Robin was partying. She was the toast of the town last night.
I feel like a very tiny part of...
Wait, wrong tape.
A4.
What can you see?
This sucks.
Why do the light go?
This blows. Why do What is that from?
That's from Lord of the Rings.
God damn, even the music sucks.
Hey, Beavis, this sucks.
No, it really does. Why do...
What can you see?
Oh.
All the
don't understand why Clay Aiken wasn't in Lord of the Rings.
Of course.
I don't know, man.
Sting actually had a song in some movie. He was nominated, but did not win. Here's host Billy Crystal welcoming the audience to the 76th Annual Academy Awards.
Good evening, everybody. I'm delighted to be here. I'm Billy Crystal. I'll be your master and commander tonight.
Why do they laugh at that? Because I know the movie's Master and Commander.
Because people are, oh, that's one of our movies.
Oh.
Like when you come on stage and you're a rock star and you say, hello, New York, and everybody applauds.
Hello, everybody. My name is Howard Stern. I will be your Master and Commander tonight. And thank you. Thank you. Thank you. I just said the funniest goddamn thing ever.
It's easy to be funny.
Yeah, no wonder everybody goes into comedy.
And well into tomorrow.
Good evening. Here's what I would do if I was the host of the Academy Awards. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. I'll be your Lord of the Rings tonight. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. And well into tomorrow. And now for my song. Oscar, Oscar. And Charlie Theron. You put on big teeth and weight, and you became
monster.
Jerk.
Here he works in a joke about President Bush.
We're back. I'm delighted to be here. It's been 4 years since I've been here. The Academy and the Oscars have been very gracious to me and sort of let me come and go as I please the last few years. It's kind of like being in the Texas National Guard. So it's really been nice for me.
All right, that's a good one.
So he did get off one or two. And here's Jack Black and Will Ferrell saying that music they play you off with when you've talked too long actually has words.
This is it. Your time is through. You're boring. You're rambling on, no end in sight. You're boring. No need to thank your parakeets. You're boring. Look at Catherine Zeta-Jones. She's snoring.
Boy, she's like the whole princess of the Academy.
Oh, yes.
Very taken with herself.
Why is that? Well, why?
I don't know, man. She's like the first lady of show business.
She worked herself into some position there.
I don't even know one movie she's in that's any good.
Doesn't have to. She's
Catherine Zeta-Jones. Good evening. I'm Catherine Zeta-Jones.
Yes.
Here's there was no real controversy. Everybody was expecting Tim Robbins to say something political.
And poor Michael Douglas has to stand there like a dummy, just like gazing at her. Like her straight man.
Right. Consort.
Yeah, like her consort. Like her father.
This is my consort.
This is a guy with actual talent. You got to sit there and stare at her and gaze at her.
Well, that's the power of beauty.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, Tim Robbins didn't say anything political. Sean Penn only said something slightly political. But director Earl Morris got political while accepting his award for Best Feature-Length Documentary for The Fog of War.
I can't believe no one mentioned Howard Stern and his struggles with the government and how can he be silenced. I can't believe it.
Really? Before.
40 years ago, this country went down a rabbit hole in Vietnam, and millions died. I fear we're going down a rabbit hole once again.
Mention Howard Stern. We're going down a rabbit hole because just the other day, my favorite radio man was silenced on 6 stations. Will none of you rise up? Will none of you?
We're going down a rabbit hole. Baba-booey! How cool was that?
Right.
Baba-booey. Baba-booey.
And if people can stop and think and reflect on some of the ideas and issues in this movie, perhaps I've done some damn good here. Thank you very, very much.
Fire! I've done some damn good here. Now let's go to the governor's ball.
So that was the guy who actually brought up something during. This is some of the backstage stuff. Here's Charlize Theron, who was asked how it felt to win her Best Actress Oscar.
Somebody said something interesting back there.
I just know that really handsome guy that she was with is no way able to sort of be entertaining or stimulating to her in her personal life, and it's a very shallow relationship. He's a punk.
Did you see the picture with his hand on her ass?
Oh. Really?
Yeah, that pissed me off.
You know, to tell you the truth, Robin, that's where my hand would be. Right on that ass.
It's kind of like a wedding. I've never been married, but just it's such a strange sensation where you don't... Your body kind of goes on automatic.
Automatic.
You just hope that everything kind of sticks together, but...
Oh, I'll stick to you. Hey, Vin the Retard, you're on the air.
Yeah, Howard, how you doing?
Hey, now.
I think the protest in Washington won't be a good idea.
Why?
Because I think it will make you look ridiculous, and they'll make a circus out of it, and make everybody look like a buffoon, and it's much more important than that.
I know, but what else, you know, like, we're just trying to come up with some ideas. I don't see you coming up with any.
I'll give you an idea. You got to go through the FCC bylines and how they operate and see if you can find a way to throw a wrench in the operation by looking at what they operate with. Do you understand what I'm talking about?
No.
No?
No.
I wish I was a lawyer. Then I would go through the...
I wish you could speak English.
Yeah, that too, because I left you a message the other day and I know it was all...
Oh, please. All right, we're going to take a break. We'll come back and finish the news for you right after this.
Every time you inhale, feel that you are filling your body with total peace and tranquility.
Why is he hired at my station?
Each time you exhale,
Why?
feel that you are blowing out all the tension in your body and mind.
Why?
Inhale fresh, cool air.
I just got to go get some air. Excuse me.
Exhale hot, tense air.
Why?
95X. Howard Stern Show.
Good. We're happy to be here with you for the time being. I saw in the newspaper today that Rush Limbaugh is getting something called the Freedom of Speech Award.
Yes, I saw that too.
I thought that was interesting. Because he's a very brave champion of the First Amendment.
He's definitely been preserving our freedom of speech.
And how exactly has Rush Limbaugh, a conservative talk show host, how has he been responsible? What? I mean, what?
How does he get that award?
I think he got it because no one else was willing to accept it. And they needed him to show up at this thing. The award will be presented by WABC program director Philip Boyce during Talker's annual media seminar. Oh, well, so they got this guy to show up. That's how come they're giving him an award. Past recipients have included Sean Hannity and Alan Combs, Bob Grant, Matt Drudge, and G. Gordon Liddy. Oh, okay. That's interesting. Says here our ratings in New York are up. Who cares? You know. The whole world is messed up. I can't believe it. Yes, Scott.
Howard, king of all media. But you know what, Howard? I'm at the FCC because of what they're doing to you. And I feel like the rest of the media, not you, is like ruining our freedoms. And how do you feel about that? Like, you know, Janet Jackson rips a boob off, they make a big thing out of it, and now they aim at you.
Well, I thought you were going to say something else. I thought you were saying that the rest of the media doesn't even care that this is going on. In fact, most of the newscasters laugh when they report the story. They go, ha, ha, ha. They go, and in other news, Howard Stern must have this time went over the line. And they're taking him off the air in 6 markets. He really must have said something bad. Like, they don't even know what's going on. No, I didn't say anything bad. I wasn't fined by the government. It was the pressure put on this dude. It wasn't that even pressure put on this dude. I don't even know what the hell happened. It's weird. They
They don't even know what's going on, and they seem to love it. None of them are alarmed as broadcasters that our rights are being taken away.
No, they think it's fine. Whatever happens to you is fine.
Yeah. It's weird what's going on, man. It's getting to be goddamn ridiculous.
It must have been what Lenny Bruce felt like, because people would just report it. They wouldn't say it was wrong. It wouldn't say, why is the government hounding him, or why are people getting on his case? They just kept saying, oh, Lenny Bruce got arrested again for saying naughty words in a nightclub.
And they slant everything, too. They go, bad boy Howard Stern, or potty mouth Howard Stern, radio dirtbag Howard Stern must have gone too far because he's off 6 stations. Howard says he's going to stay on his other station. You know, like completely, they don't even know what's going on. And then even, like, there's so many shows where they're debating this whole thing. And what's weird is, like, in another week, it's going to be old news. And then no one's going to even remember that this happened. I heard the incredible wit of Carson Daly defending me on one show. Yeah. And I got to tell you.
You must feel proud.
I said, boy, is that all they could dredge up to defend me?
The people who are coming out to defend you.
I mean, Carson's a nice guy, but Carson basically parties every night. And I don't know that he has a real good command of this issue. He's a good guy, don't get me wrong, but...
If you're looking for a party.
Yeah, you want to meet chicks.
That's what you should consult him on.
Yeah. Because he was speaking out to Deborah Norville, another girl who's got her bolts screwed in a little too loose.
What was she saying? She was taking the hard line?
I don't know, man. It was just I was just watching the lines in her throat go up and down.
Oh.
I was seeing some signs of aging in her neck, and I was getting upset.
A little erosion?
Yeah, see, a little erosion. I couldn't really pay attention to what she was doing. When she talks, like she has a weird thing like an Adam's apple going on.
Really?
Yeah, so I was focusing on that. It's going up and down, up and down.
What the hell was that conversation like?
Oh, I brought it in. I'll play it for you tomorrow.
Yeah, I can't wait to hear what they figured out, the two of them.
I defy you to listen to it for more than 2 minutes. It's absolutely dull. It was like having Ryan Seacrest be outraged about the state of the industry.
Hey, I'm outraged. Who are you wearing?
Ryan Seacrest, up in arms.
Yeah, Chauncey.
Hey, how's it going?
Hey,
this
bro.
is another one of your defenders, right?
Yeah, Chauncey was on some show. They go, Chauncey Hayden from the Howard Stern show. And I went,
what?
Hey, this guy's not from the Howard Stern show. He's a phone caller.
It was a mistake. They said stepping out, but they ended it with saying from the Howard Stern show.
Yeah, well, I mean, you're not from the... I mean, that's like saying, Jeff the Drunk is from the Howard Stern show.
I know. I told them that they made a mistake. But they love you, Howard.
Who loves you?
At Fox News.
I don't see anybody saying anything nice.
We're trying to sensationalize it on the air.
Oh, so you mean off the air they say nice things?
Off the air, everyone's coming up saying, we support Howard.
That's where it counts.
Yeah, that's where it counts, when you're hiding under a... I was going to use the F word. Under a bed. A bunch of cowards. Yeah, they support me.
Did you hear what I had to say about you on the air?
No, I mean, I heard, but I was going in one ear out the other.
Yeah, I thought I did pretty good.
I mean, yeah, but I mean, this is who's defending me. Chauncey from Stepping Out from a free magazine in Jersey. It's sort of disappointing. And then there was one other guy going around supposedly supporting me, Jason Shrinsky, who says he used to be my attorney. No, he was the attorney who tried to browbeat me.
Right.
He was the attorney that worked for the radio station that gave me a horrible contract. He was never my attorney.
He was saying, yeah, he had actually represented you.
He was the opposing attorney.
But you know what it is, Howard? People are just afraid to speak up on your behalf, so they're trying to get who they can is willing to do it.
Where did he represent me? It's Jason Shrinsky. I mean, I appreciate that he somehow cares about me now that I'm famous. But I remember him sitting in a room with me telling me how I was out of line and I better sign the contract. And it was this crap contract. I just can't believe there aren't, like they said to John Kerry even, like, how do you feel about what's going on with this censorship? And he was like, any radio station has a right to hire anyone and fire anyone. Which, gee, there's a brilliant thought.
Well, we know that. But what do you think about the government putting pressure on broadcasters to... I don't know, maybe he's just trying to get
I don't understand why it's such a tough issue for people to defend.
I know. It's a no-brainer, whether you like me or not. You got to have free speech. You can't... This is a guy who wasn't even fined. The government wasn't even saying I said something bad. It's ridiculous.
It doesn't make any sense why these people are afraid. And who are they afraid of?
I don't know. I don't know what they're afraid of. I shouldn't say that. I actually do. They're afraid of me.
It goes beyond you, though. It's so far beyond you.
They're so afraid of... I don't even know what the hell they're afraid of. I think they're afraid of... I don't know what they're afraid... I think they think kids are going to get corrupted by sex talk.
But what about the people who should be defending you? What are they afraid of, is what Chauncey's saying.
Oh, they're afraid. They're afraid that George W. Bush is going to get... There's a real good argument to be made that I stopped backing Bush, and that's when I got kicked off Clear Channel. Anyway, hey, I got to go. I'm sick of talking about it. Thanks.
Good luck, Howard. I'm on your side, man.
I know. Thanks.
All right.
I appreciate that. I just wish it was somebody a little more important on TV defending
You know,
it.
you got a magazine behind you. It's stepping out.
Yeah. You could be on our side. Just don't tell anybody.
Robin, what else is in the news?
All right. You want to go on with this Oscar stuff, or are you done with that?
Unless you got something.
I mean, I had a couple of other things, but I don't know that you're interested.
I'm interested.
I just threw it away.
That's all right. I'm not interested.
See, I knew it.
Who won Best Art Direction?
I can't tell
God,
you
is that boring when they start in with that stuff?
Yeah, they do one good award, and then you see a bunch of things you don't care anything about before they finally get to the Best Actor and Actress and all that stuff. Yeah. Haiti. There's a big uprising going on and looting and carrying on once again down there. And the guy who, won the election a few years back when we thought we had solved their problems, he's left the country seeking asylum in some other place. Yeah. So Haiti has descended into civil war again and has no leadership. But they're this new, I guess, regime that's coming in that's going to take over, they're saying things will be better now that they're in charge.
That's good.
I've heard that before. The Passion of the Christ made $117 million in 5 days at the box office, and so it shows no signs of lagging. It's doing very, very well. People are amazed, and Mel Gibson has now said that he will forgive all of the harsh critics who said bad things about the movie before it opened.
Because he's like Jesus, and he's going to forgive all of his persecutors. Isn't he a great guy?
Yeah, he's now forgiving us for not liking the film.
Oh, he sickens me.
So just realize that you are forgiven. And yesterday, Cardinal Egan here in New York said he was glad to see that The Passion of the Christ had become an unlikely blockbuster in Hollywood history, the most unlikely blockbuster in Hollywood history. He said that it was good that people are seeing the film about the last 12 hours of Christ's life because it's about us and the greatest prayer of all, the prayer of sacrifice.
I'm thinking of doing this movie, producing it anyway, with Jesus and Vin Diesel. Where Jesus meets Vin Diesel.
Uh-huh.
And they team up and they solve crime together. People love Jesus, man. I had no idea how much money you can make with Jesus in a film.
Yeah, it seems to be the way to go. It wasn't immediately clear, they say, if the Cardinal has actually seen the film, but he did say last week that he hoped it didn't stir up any anti-Semitic feelings in people.
Yeah, he figures there's enough anti-Semitic feelings in people. They don't have to stir them up.
Stir those. Meanwhile, the only country where there's no distribution deal for the Passion of the Christ is France, where they're sure it'll stir up anti-Semitism.
Yeah, they get enough problems there.
They don't even want to try it, so they're still trying to work that out to get the movie over there. They're not sure their audiences can handle it.
If I can't get Vin Diesel, I'm going to get O.J.
That would be nice.
Jesus and O.J., a buddy road movie. How about that?
Look out. Very interesting.
You wouldn't go see that?
An interesting pairing.
OJ meets Jesus? They drive across the country and bang chicks?
Oh, sure.
Look at her. Yeah.
Yes, my son.
I'd like to have 2 more.
Yes, OJ, 2 more.
Really, man.
Right. When Billy Crystal and Robin Williams take to the stage together, I have to admit it's such magic.
Really?
Jesus.
Yeah. Really makes me miss those long comic relief shows where they went on for hours and hours ad-libbing.
They never left the stage.
And Diane Keaton, boy, dressed up in a suit and tie and a hat. Just like her Annie Hall days, except she's now 70.
I saw some sign in the paper. They said, worst tux, Diane Keaton's.
Granny Hall. Yeah. The most bangable chick there, I got to admit, here's my bangables from last night's Academy Awards. Angelina Jolie, even with that bad back tattoo.
Yeah, she looked good.
Sandra Bullock looked pretty good, but she's kind of sexless to me.
So why is she on the list?
She looked good.
No.
But I don't know if I'd go out of my way to bang her. I think Julia Roberts looks a little strange. Might be getting a little long in the tooth. Not looking that charming.
This isn't a bangable list. You're telling me everybody's...
I'm thinking it through. Nicole Kidman, Nicole Kidman looked nice.
Really?
Yeah, really good. Like skinny.
I always think she looks bizarre.
Depends on the right angles, but she don't look so bad to me. And she's all uptight. I'd nail her very hard. Slam her head into the wall.
She looks like she'd crack.
I like that. Renee Zellweger's looking odd. She looks like she's always smelling something bad.
Yeah, she got that pinched face.
Like a prune. Jamie Lee Curtis, boy, that's painful. When they say, I mean, like, what happened to her? She was the hottest chick.
She got old.
Damn, I mean.
People get old.
So sinful.
She's got a gray streak in her hair.
Yeah, but I mean, like, dye her hair or something.
It's not going to help.
Christopher Guest is like, guys used to be jealous of me.
Look, he's gone completely gray because there's no reason.
Hottest girl there was Johnny Depp.
Oh. You didn't like Charlize?
Yeah, she looked good. She was tan, but man, ever since she made herself ugly, it's hard to look at her the right way. But she is good looking, man.
It's like 2 different people.
Yeah.
The makeup in that movie, like, they should have swept the Oscars.
Mm. Sophia Coppola, what's her problem? Something's going on there. She looks like really fragile. Well, she's going to break any minute. Charlize Theron's hot, but boy, in that movie she looked like Gary Busey. That's just unbelievable.
Yeah, when you look at a hot chick, you want to think there's nothing anybody could do to them to make them look like Gary Busey.
Hey, Paul America, you're on the air, dude.
Oh, is the Howard Stern show?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Listen, tomorrow, Tuesday night, I'm going to be on the Jimmy Kimmel Show on Channel 7, and I'm going to totally defend Howard Stern's, because I think Howard Stern is an intellectual giant.
What are you going to be on?
Who are you?
How are you getting on Jimmy's show?
I used to work as a dancer at the Limelight, and I was on MTV's Oddville.
You're telling me Jimmy's his bookings are so bad he's getting guys from Oddville?
I guess so. Well, the producer of, the host of Oddville is now the producer of the Jimmy Kimmel Show. And, anyway, I'm going to be dancing in an American flag outfit on the Future Talent showcase. And after that, I'm going to sit down and I want to condemn Senator Zell Miller for, number one.
All right, hey, man, go to it, Paul. Thank you. I mean, all 3 of Jimmy's listeners are going to get all good and worked up. I like it. Wow. What's going on that show?
I don't know. That's a shocker. But he's defending us, so.
Could that guy get at least on Larry King and defend me? I mean, it's going on Jimmy's show.
Gonna defend Howard?
Man, you know who that guy is from Oddville, the old host. He used to work on Fear Factor.
Mm-hmm.
He used to be the guy who comes up with the weird, testicles for people to eat.
So now he's the producer of Jimmy's show?
I guess. He's a good guy, though. I know him.
He turned me on to Underdog Woman.
Right. I remember he used to like to interview Underdog Woman about it.
Yeah, I don't know. So that's my hot chicks. Nicole Kidman, Charlize Theron, Angelina Jolie.
This broad looks kind of cute. I'm looking in the paper. Naomi Watts.
Yeah, she's hot.
Yeah,
I'm surprised she's not on anybody's radar.
She's always standing next to Heath Ledger, and it ruins everything.
It bothers you?
He's much younger than her, too. She starts looking old.
Oh, stop. He doesn't look that young.
Diane Lane looked good.
How about Scarlett Johansson? You don't like her?
She's not so good.
No?
She's 19, I think.
Yeah, she's young.
Yeah, she should be in a lot better shape for 19. You know what I mean? A chick that young could have a lot better body.
Really?
Yeah, like dropped 10 pounds, honey.
Oh, she didn't have 10.
You know, you shouldn't be eating that much at 19.
How about that alien?
Are we looking at the same girl?
Yeah, Jennifer Garner's odd, though.
Yeah.
When you see her interview, she's just so taken with herself.
She seems kind of like dumb, right?
Yeah. Jude Law is odd.
Yeah.
I hear he had like 5 kids, just had a baby, and then left.
Yeah, they started popping him out, and then he was like, oh, can't take it, gotta get out of here.
Yeah.
Well.
Wife got postpartum depression.
Is that right?
He couldn't live with it.
He couldn't handle it.
Yeah, I don't blame him. But he seems odd.
Well, he's all tortured and everything.
Is he an English guy for real?
Yeah.
Oh.
Anything else, Robin?
Yeah, the closing arguments will be heard in the Martha Stewart trial today. They dropped the most serious charge, the fraud charge. Now,
what a waste of money. The government.
Just going to try to convict her of covering things up or the reason she sold her stock.
Whenever the government goes after you, if you can be as brave as Martha Stewart and stand up and not take a plea deal, a plea bargain,
you'll probably get off.
You'll probably get off. It's the same, like if the radio stations ever got to go in front of a court to decide whether any of this crap is indecent, we would win in 3 seconds. But everyone gets blackmailed by the government, and they say you're not going to be able to buy radio stations. We should have got to court the first time. All of this would have been nipped in the bud. Man, they just threaten you. That's what they did to Martha Stewart, and she said, screw it. Take away do everything to me. I don't care. I'm going to court with you guys.
And she did. She got hurt a lot.
She did.
But she decided to fight for herself.
Yeah, man. Boy, if all the radio stations got together in this country, all the owners, and said, look, we're not giving in to this crap. We're going to fight it. Let's all agree to we'll put a freeze on buying radio stations. Let's go to a court and decide this once and for all and find out what's indecent. Oh, my God, that would be so brave. But then when you got guys like this guy at Clear Channel, forget about it. Ready to kowtow at the moment they see any sign of problem. You know why? Because they own so many goddamn stations. They're afraid.
Yeah,
they don't want
you don't
their
want to be on the wrong side of the government that regulates you.
How can you fight anything? How can you argue with it? And the FCC loves this because they were about to be extinct. This is the only issue they got. They don't do anything anymore. They're a regulatory commission that is in an industry that has no more regulations. There's nothing to regulate. So now they're like, running around, oh, this is indecent, and we'll decide what's indecent. They've given themselves a whole new purpose. They've reinvented themselves. They're like a chick who gets too old to be in the movies and figures out how to be a best supporting actress. They reinvented themselves. They figured it out like, hey, man, you know what we'll do? We'll start to tell people when they say something wrong.
And we'll tell them that the speech they hear on the radio is dangerous and we got to control it.
Now, for the last 2 weeks, all you hear about is the FCC. Otherwise, they were going to be right out of their cushy jobs, taking trips, first-class airfare, Michael Powell, because his back hurts, all kinds of stuff. Michael Powell. Who is this guy? I don't even know what he's done except be the son of Colin Powell. What's going on?
Yeah, where'd he come from? How did he get in our lives?
I know his sister. She's a cool chick. I don't understand what's going on. Yeah, I've met her a few times. I'm not going to say where, but she's a pretty cool girl. I always say hello to her. She says hi to me. I didn't know this guy was going to get into my life. I didn't know she had a brother. I didn't even know she had a brother.
I didn't know Colin Powell had kids.
Yeah, and his daughter seems pretty, like normal. Like not a big nut about censorship and stuff. I don't know. I should have played my cards right, met him, and then taken him to Scores and gotten pictures of him with a chick at a lap dance, and he would have shut his big mouth.
Wouldn't be able to say a word.
Yeah. I didn't put the time in on that. I didn't see that coming.
Mm.
I don't think it's possible Michael Powell got that job because of his dad, did he?
No.
No.
Had
I don't think
to do it.
I don't think it works like that.
He would have gotten it anyway. They'd have found him.
People would complain about stuff like that.
That's like Sofia Coppola got asked in an interview, how did you get this film made?
Yeah, I saw that. Well, you know, you go around to different financial people.
You say, my name is Coppola.
Exactly.
Yeah, whatever. Hey, you know what? Good for her.
Hey, yeah, she's got to do something, right?
Probably feels real good, you know. Because everyone thought she was a real, you know, douchebag. And now in front of her dad.
Daddy, I got an Oscar, too.
Yeah, see?
I've got my own. How pissed are her brothers, though? You think?
Yeah, she's a girl.
Yeah, come on.
Why did she get the Oscar first?
Anything else, Robin?
Yeah, what would you do if your girlfriend got breast cancer?
I would have to leave.
Oh. Well, that's the answer, apparently, that most men give.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, that's a lot to take on.
This woman says, you know, I guess they're doing some series on breast cancer in the Daily News, and that just interested me because she said she was in her 30s, and, you know, she's a model.
Right.
She's been modeling since she was 14.
Right.
She was a motivational speaker, used to go around talking to girls about the, you know, having a healthy body image. And
right.
all that stuff. And then she was dating, and she got breast cancer.
Right.
And she said that, you know, the guys would, you know, try to be supportive, and then you get to the point where you want to talk about it, and the next thing you know, you hear screeching tires.
I mean, it's like the Munsters.
Yeah.
When they saw Herman, people would... Well, you know, I mean, you guy, you don't have time for that. You don't get started.
She says the friends weren't much help either, because even if the guy was sort of dealing with it, they go, hey, man, what are you getting yourself into?
Right.
It's like on the Munsters when you see smoke coming out of the guy's shoes.
Yeah. You have what?
So, yeah, it's not like on Sex and the City, girls, where, you know, Keith Jarrett or whatever his name is.
Yeah, keep dreaming.
Just stays with
Because Beth goes, yeah, that guy's such a nice guy.
Right.
And
he's also a fictional guy.
Yeah, so, yeah, he's a nice guy. Not in real life.
Right, that's not real.
Smith and Jarrett ain't going out with some old bag and putting up with her breast cancer.
That was funny.
Yeah, Smith and Jarrett.
I'm all good looking, I'm making it in movies, and I'm staying with my sick girlfriend.
Yeah, he says all the right things.
One woman says, yeah, I was a real good deal. I was bald, one-breasted, and full of poison from chemotherapy, so every guy's looking for you.
Wow.
A sport utility vehicle in Virginia hit a man on the highway and dragged his body 8.5 miles to the driver's home.
Wow.
What
happened? His girlfriend told him she had breast cancer?
Yeah, he tried to get out of her house. Joshua Galdino was charged with manslaughter, driving while intoxicated, and felony hit and run after calling police to report a man's body was caught in the suspension of his SUV.
Wow, that's sad.
Yeah, you really ought to stop when you get a person caught under your car.
Yeah, Ralph.
Hey, now. Hey, I want to ask you who you F, marry, or kill.
Go ahead.
Charlize Theron, Angelina Jolie, Nicole Kidman.
I gotta F Angelina Jolie. I'm going to kill Nicole Kidman because she's got kids. What am I going to do with her? And I have to marry Charlize Theron.
Yeah, but don't you? I would kill Charlize because don't you think she's just going to turn into that ugly broad she did?
No.
No way.
No way.
That was makeup.
No.
Yeah, I don't think it's possible.
She's a big girl. She'll get real fat.
I'd marry Nicole if she had no kids. Well, maybe I just...
Marry Angelina. She's fun. She's crazy.
No, you go insane. I just have to F her. But that's about.
That's why you don't marry her. She's too nuts.
How come you don't mention Catherine Zeta-Jones?
We talked about it. How come you don't listen?
Well, don't you think she's hot?
I just can't stand her. Still taken with herself.
Gorgeous.
She got a pretty face. She didn't get all that baby fat off yet.
She
what
looked
time?
better last night.
Even when she was pregnant, she didn't look fat.
What time did you get home from Scores Friday night?
I don't know. It was like a blur.
What time did you get home? All right, goodbye. I mean, really, answer the question. He's a man of mystery.
He's probably calling from Scores. He's probably still there.
German TV has a great idea. They're going to offer money to see just how low people will go. So far, the show's host has persuaded Germans to remove most of their clothes before being taken for a walk on a dog's lead around the shopping center on all fours.
Wow, it sounds like our show.
Other contestants have agreed to eat dog food and lick an escalator, as well as consume drinks stolen from passers-by. The prizes on offer are dependent on the difficulty of the task, but the highest so far has only netted a contestant about 7,000 pounds, which would probably be less than $10,000 here. So that's what they're doing on German TV. They don't seem to have a problem with that. That's going right out on the television. Samuel L. Jackson is in a new movie with Ashley Judd called Twisted. And here Sam explains why he doesn't do everything a director tells him. A1.
Oh, he knows better?
Yeah.
You got to be kidding me with this. No. Hold on a second, will you?
Because nobody ever says, did you do everything the director asked you to do? And then you say, yeah, I did. And they go, well, he really f***ed you up. Your performance was horrible. They always go, you know, you were really bad in that movie. Did you make that choice? And you can never blame it on somebody else. It's always you. So,
well, he's got a lot of attitude. He's thinking way too much.
So you better do whatever you think. Here's Charlene Theron on the advice her mother gave her about this time in her life. A2.
I'm going to escape.
Hey, is that the mom that shot the dad?
Yeah.
Yeah. You know, Mom, I'm not going to take any advice from you. You shot Dad.
For a little bit. I'm going to take a week off. And she said, I think that's a really good thing for you to do because I want you to really...
Because I want to shoot Dad.
...enjoy this. And I thought that was really nice because the mother who cares, you know, it's like, take a break and then really enjoy this. But she just said outside, she said, I still can't believe this is happening.
Would you be afraid to go out with Charlize Theron, like if you piss her off, she'll shoot you?
Yeah, her mother shot her dad.
Yeah. Why? What did he do?
He was like a rotten drunk or something.
Yeah, well, you know what? That's all right to kill somebody.
I hope not.
Maybe you should have just gotten away from him.
Yeah. You can't just go kill your dad.
And Tim Robbins talks about the censors and why he doesn't think Janet Jackson did anything wrong. A3.
I think we're a pretty tough society. I think we can deal with, you know, some inappropriateness, quote unquote, sexually or socially. You know, we have tough skin. The kids are not going to be destroyed for seeing Janet Jackson at the Super Bowl. I mean, if anything, they're just going to be curious about whether that's what all nipples look like.
Yeah, exactly. I mean...
Well, he's finally said something I can agree with.
Yeah.
So that's what's happening.
One final call, Robin. Yes, officer.
Yes, good morning, Howard. I just want to let you know, if you've seen, we got a memo stating that if we listen to the show during our sets, that we're going to be fine, so...
What is that, officer?
That if we're caught listening to the show during our shifts, that we're going to be fine.
Where is he a police officer?
NYPD.
Oh, wow, really?
Yeah, it says something about,
White rapper.
White rapper nigga, what up, dude?
White rapper.
That guy.
He even had the little police radio going.
Yeah. It sounded authentic there for a minute.
White rapper.
Get a job. Leave us alone.
I can't believe White rapper's a cop.
He can't be.
I never knew
I'm
that.
joking.
Nobody would trust him
All
with
right.
a gun.
We'll see you tomorrow, everyone, and we'll get to everything tomorrow.
95X.
Wow. Hey now. Hey now. Hey now. Hey now.
Hey now.
Oh, good morning, everybody. I know, lots to talk about.
Hello.
That was all over the news. Yesterday was like one of the worst days of my life. I never thought I'd see the day when this is tough to say. And I'm going to tell you why it was the worst day of my life. I never thought I'd see the day when I'd open up the pages of the National Enquirer and see a pregnant Courtney Cox. What happened to that woman's beautiful body? Holy mackerel. That chick was hot. Oh, man. You got to see her. She looks like a big sloppy whale.
You know what? I guess she figured she's got all the money, did what she had to do, and now she's going to squeeze out a couple of kids.
Boy, oh boy, if that isn't a poster for not getting pregnant.
I haven't seen the pictures, but even on the TV show, you can see she's lost it.
Now, if I showed you the pictures, you'd be upset.
Really?
She looks like 𝗦𝗵.
Oh, my goodness. Is that Artie or Courtney Cox?
You're much hotter.
Oh, thank you. How old is Courtney Cox, you think? She's
40-something.
Oh, she's 40?
Yeah.
No. She's in her 30s.
She looks 40-something.
Yeah, she does.
She's pushing 40 if she ain't.
Yeah, she's got to be at least 40.
Well, you know, it's really weird. I got off the air yesterday at about, 11-something. And I had to have a meeting, actually, with some of the folks over at ABC because, we're working on this TV special.
Uh-huh.
And there were so many damn reporters outside the studio, right down on the floor there. I eyeballed it. It must have been about 200.
Oh, come on.
I'm not kidding. Did you see what was doing out there?
On the first floor? I didn't see that.
Yeah, right out by the end of the garage there.
I saw they probably had dispersed by the time I got out there.
Yeah, I didn't give them the big finish. I didn't sit there and talk to them. They all wanted to interview me, and I was like, I ain't being interviewed because I got 5 hours a day to be interviewed right here.
Yeah, and I saw you a lot on TV last night, or heard you.
Yeah, I heard a lot of people defending me or putting me down.
Right.
You know.
But they had lifted, comments from the show.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, that's all you have to do is listen to the show. You get your interview.
Right there.
Yeah. Oh, Courtney Cox is 40. Exactly.
Yeah, I knew. I said she had to be.
See, Fred, you don't know everything.
I thought I did. 22704.
Now, Fred, can you believe... Well, I got to say this to Fred. When we were sitting there in Hartford, you were the overnight guy and I was the morning guy, and you and I first met. And we were, you would come on the show, do a voice here and there, and,
And you'd be scrambling around the studio trying to put stuff together on a reel-to-reel and take phone calls and do commercials and job bank and everything else.
Would you ever have believed the events of yesterday and the turmoil and the commotion around us?
It's mind-boggling.
It is.
Like the answer, it's mind-boggling.
What's mind-boggling?
What is mind-boggling?
And what is amazing to me is it must be frustrating for... I can understand why other people say the press has it wrong, because we're on the inside, we see what's going on, and you watch these reports and you think, the whole world is collapsing and that you're responsible for everything.
Yeah, well, and then, there's a thing in Time magazine. 250,000 fines were received by the FCC last year. 250,000 complaints were received by the FCC yesterday. They put my picture next to it, and people think I received 250,000
complaints. Right, because that's all they're saying. Your picture goes there.
Yeah.
I said, and all this stuff is going on. I look on my, I put on AOL, on my computer. There you are, they're screaming that, you've been thrown off stations. The TV's got the hearings on where that guy's apologizing for you. And then I open up Time magazine and see that.
Yeah, that guy from Clear Channel really threw me under the bus. It said in the paper today I lose $1 million in revenues because of the stations who pay us. With 6 are now off the air. We didn't lose anything. I mean, those guys are in breach of the contract.
Yeah, they say that?
Yeah.
I read a thing that Clear Channel supposedly, if I had it right, actually their profits are going to be up in this most recent quarter.
Not Clear Channel, us.
No, I'm talking about us.
Oh.
I'm saying they... Clear Channel makes a fortune on the markets that we... the 6 markets that we... No, what I'm saying is they pay fees to, well, you know, Mel and, you know, all
the syndicator.
The syndicators.
Yeah.
And it's about $1 million they're figuring. They're saying that we lose, but we don't lose anything in terms of revenue because they're in violation of the contracts. And they know that. And they violated the contract in many ways. They didn't even pick up the phone and give us warning that this was happening. So it's really nuts. And I don't know what's going on in those 6 markets that we were thrown off. I don't know if that's temporary still. I haven't heard. We put in several calls to them. They haven't called us back. I don't know what's going on. I know everyone's trying to figure out what's going on. I don't know what's going on. And I'm in the middle of it. So
well, I know I saw this congressman who's on the committee yesterday, you know, sort of crowing. Yeah, you see what Clear Channel did? You see what they did? We're cleaning up the airwaves.
I can't tell you how upset everyone is. My dad called me. He was like, you know, I was listening to Rush Limbaugh, and he defended you. You know, my father's always like, I never listened to Rush Limbaugh because he always has a knee-jerk reaction. These weekends at the Republican Party line. Meanwhile, every time I talk to my father, you got Rush Limbaugh.
A Rush Limbaugh quote for you.
My dad's one of those guys who says he hates someone.
But he listens.
But he listens every day, but he doesn't even know he listens every day.
Right, he doesn't know he's a listener.
He's one of those guys who, like, listens to me every day and doesn't know he's a listener.
Yeah.
Yeah, especially being on the show, I found there's millions of people like that who say they don't like it, but know the entire show.
Right.
So my dad was like, you know, it's frustrating. He says, Rush Limbaugh defended you. He at least, you know, whatever you're going to say about him, he's a smart man. He understands. So I said, of course he understands. He understands that one day it might be him.
Right, yeah. Wrong president gets in, it's him.
Right. I mean, where's this all heading? Congressman taking credit for getting me off the air. I didn't even get a complaint filed against me.
Right.
Clear Channel took me off because they had to testify from. They're so afraid of the government. Free speech is out the window. I mean, I don't even like saying the word free speech anymore. It's just absolutely not true.
It's a misnomer.
Yeah. So I don't know what's going to be. I don't even know. So I was running around avoiding reporters all yesterday because, A, I'm not going to sit and talk to them. The only reporters I wanted to speak to were female reporters who were willing to get in a thong and sit on my lap and let me and they can interview me.
Plus, they're going to slant the story against you anyway.
Right.
Why would you contribute to that?
Hey, did you see any?
Because I want a girl in a thong on my lap.
No, but I'm just saying, I mean, it's not going to do anything for you to just give an interview, so you might as well get a girl in a thong.
I was amazed. I was watching all the different TV reports. I was amazed. This is going with your point. How many TV reporters don't even understand what's going on? This is an issue they should understand.
Oh, they're all idiots.
First of all, they're all smiling through it, like happy that, like, well, Howard Stern's off the air.
Is gone.
He's gone. And then they don't even know how to explain the story to you that I absolutely said nothing wrong, that they trumped up some charges on me in the last minute so they could suspend me.
Right.
She has no concept. The reporters never say this is the same company that had me hired for 15 years, and all of a sudden, the day before a congressional hearing, decides I'm doing something wrong.
That's the story.
What? Not that they're doing something wrong. I'm doing something wrong. Clear Channel should say, we've been wrong. We've been broadcasting this guy every day, not him. He's not wrong. We hired him. We knew what he did when we hired him.
We have to do this to appease the government.
Right. I mean, that's the story. The story is so missed. I guess I got requests from about 300 different television, radio, print, you know, everything from Larry King, Diane Sawyer, Deborah Norville was on the phone, to call in every minute. Everybody wants to interview me.
Paula Zahn.
Paula Zahn. So,
you almost want to take that one.
I did hear Rolling Stone wanted to interview me. I said to my agent, that's what I might do.
Yeah.
Because I
might have a chance to explain.
Yeah, because Jan's kind of cool and gets it. But I said, these other guys, they don't even know what's going on. They don't even understand what's going on. They're just like, well, the bad boy's in trouble. He said something bad.
See, they immediately set you up.
Yeah.
It's like they